And I think we're live.
Hopefully. All
right. Oh my god. But we're live.
My hair is a mess today. What's going on here?
We're live with single Gemma now, as opposed to double Gemma.
I'm very scraggly. Who doesn't need more Gemma? That's the question.
Well, it's great to have more Gemma, but it's bad to have two Gemmas speaking like 10 milliseconds offset from each other. Although sometimes it's weird. It sometimes slides over the course of the reason. But anyway, it's weird because it does that thing. Like, have you heard of it? It's like a science thing where, like, if you get feedback of your own voice, but it's delayed by a slight amount, you like have a real problem speaking because your brain constantly feels like someone's all like just interrupting you, and it makes your brain be like, no, you shouldn't be speaking now. You need to listen to them. It's very strange.
Weird. Okay.
Let me advertise our stream while we hang out.
Yeah, I am looking. I decided to wash my hair probably foolishly early tonight. I don't know. Like in lockdown, I feel like time, days, nothing really matters anymore, right? Like if I want to wash my hair at 3 a.m, I'm gonna wash my hair at 3 a.m. I don't care anymore.
Time is just irrelevant. All right, I'm just posting in these look at me channels.
But we were just talking about the vaccine actually, and they've got 5% of the UK is vaccinated, and that's great.
I am so livid about our vaccine situation here in America.
Oh really? Is it bad? I mean, it's not great here, but I was actually like, you know what? For the first time for my government, I was like, do you know what, government? That's not bad. 5% is not a bad figure when they've been vaccinating for, 2-3 weeks now. That's not a bad figure.
So here's what we did here in America. Here's what comes out has happened.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to love it. It's great. So basically we have this vaccine and we gave it to the states. Now there's been I don't know.
Okay, congratulations. I'm glad you got your vaccine. That's really good work. Excellent. I hope you don't. I have heard some people feel a little bit ill the next day or the next 2 days, so I hope you don't feel unwell. It's like the flu shot, right? Everyone
I already knew that Kay was vaccinated because I called Bill Gates, and Bill Gates told me. I just keep saying it's just like a Google Doc with a spreadsheet of everyone.
Oh, great! They leaked it. That's awesome.
No. Okay, that's good. Congratulations. So what we did here is we went and we went to the states and we're like, hey states, here's a bunch of vaccine, okay, and you should give it to people. And there's been some problems with the states getting it to people, and like I don't know, it's a complicated situation.
Wait,
right?
So which vaccine are you using? Are you using the
I
one?
have I think it's the Pfizer one.
Because I think that one's got to be kept at, was it -70 or something?
That's why we talked to Dippin' Dots, because Dippin' Dots is the only.
What is Dippin' Dots?
What is Dippin' Dots? So Dippin' Dots is a candy company, and they make these tiny little ice cream dots. And you buy them from this machine. It was like a notable machine because it had like a weird vacuum thing that would reach into a freezer. Like it was a whole thing. And you could eat these little ice cream dots. And Dippin' Dots, apparently, is the only company that had a nationwide logistics chain for shipping things around at a low enough temperature to be used for the vaccine. So everyone's talking to Dippin' Dots about how to like use their supply chain or like what, recreate it or do something to get this vaccine around that needs to be cold, which is actually kind of cool. That's a cool thing. It's a cold thing. But, so the states get this vaccine. Now, a lot of people are confused. I don't know, not confused, but there's a challenge in terms of who do we give it to. Like, people are trying to be fair and give it to all the right people, but that results in it being slow because you have to document who you gave it to. There's all that stuff. So that's a logistic challenge, right? That's a thing. So we gave a lot of people the first dose of the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And then the states turned to the federal government and said, okay, federal government, we gave everyone the first dose. So that big stockpile of vaccine you had ready to give us to give them their second dose, we're going to need you to start shipping that over so we can give them all their second dose. Yeah. And our federal program, Operation Warp Speed, for distributing the vaccine says, oh, yeah, the stockpile. We actually do not in any way have that at all. It was a lie.
Okay. So actually, now you're making me feel like my government's not so good because we already decided that we're not going to give people 2 doses. We're going to give them the second dose like 12 to 16 weeks later.
Doesn't it require a second dose to be effective?
Do you know what? And this is where we are becoming a bit like human guinea pigs, perhaps. But you have to remember the death rate here is really accelerating very quickly.
I mean, everything is bad. I believe you.
Yeah. So I think they decided that giving the first dose does confer some immunity. And so they would rather just get as many people immune, even if that immunity might wear out after 5 weeks.
Okay, so they're basically deciding that if they have X vaccine, they'd rather give X doses to X people as opposed to X over 2 people and then double it up as. I mean, that is a little weird because that is like getting IKEA furniture and being like, these directions, meh. I mean, you could build a bookshelf or you could just put the boards on the floor and that'll keep your stuff off the floor and that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this is panic mode. I mean, we've approved the Oxford vaccine, which doesn't have to be kept at -70. The Oxford vaccine can be kept at regular temperatures. Apparently, it's less effective. I think it's only 70% effective, but they're making, they're just trying to reduce the death numbers at the moment, I guess, and that makes sense. I can understand that.
It
like,
has to
I'm
make
not a
sense.
scientist.
I see. This is where your government's still better than our government, because your government is at least looking at the death number and saying, "Wow, that's totally unacceptable. We need to get this number down." While our government is not doing that at all right now. So you're already a step ahead there.
I mean, I don't know if I agree with it. As
well,
I think
the
Advice
method might
Out
be
says
poor.
that the pharmacy company said don't do that, but at this
Well,
point, I
there's a few
want to
interests,
trust
right?
the experts.
The pharmacy company kind of has to say, don't do that. Because if the pharmacy company says, that's cool, then they're like going to be super liable if something bad happens. So they might also be telling the truth. I'm not saying that they're lying, but I do see how they're kind of obligated to be like, no, actually, you really need to do the regimen that we painstakingly tested and made sure works,
Exactly
because that's
right.
the only thing that we're going to guarantee works. And if you don't do it, then we can no longer guarantee that it works. That makes sense to me. Will it work? Now we don't know, right?
I mean, I can see though they're thinking, probably in their mind, they're like, we've got 2 more months of winter left. If we can get through to winter, if we have to, we can just start again with the vaccination program.
If we can get through the summer, you mean, right? Like when everything is just
get through to spring, yeah. So we've got 2 more months, 2-3 more months of the deadly winter, and I don't know. I'm trying. I know it feels like opposite to what I would do, but I'm also not a medical expert, and at this point I really feel like I need to just trust the experts. I don't really agree with all of the lockdown rules that they have here. Like, for example, I don't think they should have closed the gyms. However, I'm not an expert. They've got all the data. I expect them to know what they're doing.
Why don't you think
maybe
they should have closed the gyms?
I just think, like, I barely saw anyone at the gyms. So I think the previous lockdown, we were allowed to do gym work outside in a public area with no one around you, right? So they just dragged gym equipment outside.
Okay.
To do but they're not allowed to do it this lockdown. Yeah, and they're not allowed to do this lockdown. And I'm like, really? Like, I don't quite get that.
Maybe they can prop up Peloton.
Exactly, right? But anyway, I'm just going to accept it, right? Because I assume that they know what they're doing, and I have to. Maybe they're making some bad mistakes every now and then, but overall, they're making the mistakes that is based on the data, right? Which is what I have to accept.
See, again, I feel like I am glad that you are able to reasonably have that level of confidence in your public officials. Like,
I'm going to start sharing my screen.
I was going to say, let's queue up while we chat.
I've shared my screen. I've shared my screen, so I'll start queuing.
Let me open a new tab so I can start observing you. So
we're
getting set up to actually do gameplay. We're not the worst today.
I'll do everything.
I mean, that's my big problem is, like, at least if you have the ability to be like, hey, I still believe my government is at least like looking at that death number and being like, this is bad, let's get the number down. And that the worst thing they're going to do is choose like a less prudent or strategic way, or try to get the number down like fast as opposed to like doing something more effective. At least they're pointing in the right direction. It's better than our government, which basically is like, what if we just encourage people to not care and tell them that no, like what if you look at the death number and just say no, it's not true. Clearly, it's just not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm probably the person who has least faith in public officials, but I don't know. I feel like we have to all just behave ourselves. And I have serious problems with authority on most of the time, but I feel like right now is not the time to have a problem with authority. Hi, Akanem. Hi, I'm Majambaka. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's my gut instinct as well. But maybe, as I said, maybe they're just trying to get through the next couple of months with people with like half-assed immunity. I mean, if you can cut people getting sick by 50%, who are going to die.
Things were so
that
much
would be
better
a big deal
over the summer. Like, it's crazy how much worse it's gotten in the winter. I mean, there have been studies that say just like colder temperatures, the virus just straight up survives better. So it might just improve its fundamental survivability to be in the colder temperature, in addition to people's behavior changing in colder temperatures.
Well, you're indoors more, like,
yeah,
and the I don't know, like the air.
Again, I saw a study. I'm not a scientist, so I can't say that this definitively, but I did see a study that said that the virus itself has an easier time surviving at colder temperatures than it does in warmer temperatures, and so that might make it just fundamentally more transmissible because it just doesn't die off as much due to being warm.
Or maybe even like the UV. I mean, I don't know. Like that was always my gut instinct. If you have stuff out in the sun, it's going to be less sickly, right?
Speaking of
Hi,
stuff out in the
Chill.
sun, I had a really interesting thing happen to me. It's
Okay.
totally off the coronavirus topic. So if
It's a
people
good
really desperately
segue
want
though.
to talk about coronavirus, uh,
No,
but
no one likes coronavirus.
well, don't worry, we're
Sick to
getting a
death
new
of it.
government in 4 days. So maybe our new government will be like, we actually kind of care about these things. They seem to want to. So I have some hope. But anyway, so I've been selling off all my old video games. Um,
Oh,
some of them are very pricey. Some of them are people really want, which is baffling to me. This does have directly to do with the sun and UV. Don't worry, I'm not just trying to sell people.
you
They're
have to
gone. Like you
plugging
can't
your
buy them
own
even if you
crap.
want a legitimate Dave video game signed by Dave. You cannot get one right now. I have not been signing them. Also, apparently, it really hasn't been as popular as I thought it would be for me to sign them. But one of the games that I sold is a GameCube copy of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which apparently is
Oh
fairly
yeah,
rare and people really want. And it sold for
yeah.
like I think I actually made money on buying that game over 10 years ago and then selling it
Wait,
now.
did you play it that much? I
I
mean,
played a whole bunch of it actually.
okay,
Um,
fair enough, fair enough. I didn't like that one.
well, it was interesting because I liked it because it was really the first time I was at all engaging with Metal Gear Solid. Like I'd never played Metal Gear
Mm,
Solid on PlayStation, so I was like, "Oh, Metal Gear, this is kind of neat." But I did kind of agree with people's review, which was letting you go to first person kind of breaks a lot of the game because the game
yeah,
was not designed to be played that way at all. So it makes a lot of things weirdly, trivially easy.
yeah.
But it was interesting. Um, but anyway, the edition I had was not the most valuable edition. The most valuable edition is the first printing, and I had a Player's Choice edition, which has a yellow GameCube Player's Choice thing on it, and then on the
Mm,
spine, the Player's Choice, the GameCube logo has yellow on it for the yellow Player's Choice. And
yeah.
so I sell this item to someone, and I got a letter from them a few days ago, and what they say is, "Are you sure your game is legitimate and the art for this isn't counterfeit?" And I'm like,
Okay.
"What?" Now, like, first of all, as far as I'm aware, it's legit. Like, I bought it and then I
From
had
like a
it.
store,
Yeah, from
right?
like a store,
Yeah.
and then I just had it, and then I sold it to them. So like, I'm pretty. What is this?
I'm waiting. I'm queuing.
Why are you using Squall?
Yeah, because that's the recommended card.
Well,
Anyway, tell
I
your
have a
story.
Squall card.
Stop abusing me.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll stop using your weird fangirlishness. Um, so I'm.
I
So
won't
I
deny
sent a
it.
thing. He says it's because the spine of this is white as opposed to
Right.
yellow. So
Okay.
it's not how it should be. And I'm like, well, that's really weird. And it turns out that it seems like some printings of these Player's Choice things used a bad ink. And over the time this had been sitting on my shelf, the
Oh,
yellow from maybe, I mean, this was not like being blasted by the sun. This is where it all comes back to the sun and UV rays, right?
yeah.
But like, this wasn't
Okay.
really being
Good.
blasted by the sun, but it seems like the yellow had just faded to white. And so now I have a weird fake looking copy. It's like having a 2,000 yen note.
Did you
Like,
get it back then, the game?
no, well, actually, I told them that I would take it back if they felt strongly. But like, it's like if they're buying
Yeah.
it for collector's purposes, it's been like $90 on a copy of this game. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
If you're not happy with it, I'm not gonna like be oomphy and be like, no, you can't return it. So you can return it if you want. So I haven't heard back from them, but I just thought it was a really interesting thing about something being like not quite the way it should be, and also
But
involving
that's, I
UV rays.
mean, that's bringing it back to Mahjong. And that's why people like Baker like Mahjong tiles, right? Because they change color.
Hmm.
The plastic actually changes color, and so it's got that like
Yeah, patina.
patina
Yeah,
if you
patina.
buy them sets now. But it's they weren't sold like that. They were sold like a much clearer,
Patina's a great
lighter
word.
color.
Patina's what I call like any kind of gross residue that I don't want to clean up. I'm like, oh no, that's patina. Oh, you're not supposed to get rid of that. No, that's all patina. That's why I don't wash my
Patina,
clothes.
okay.
It's
Oh,
build
gross.
up a healthy patina. It really ups the value of the clothes when I resell them.
Oh. So you've got no other soapbox then today. Like last week, you were ranting about the Mahjong line.
That's true. Well, I wasn't. No, as I said, I tried to make that a more positive conversation where we talk just about mahjong history. I didn't want to be
Mm,
super. Oh wow, you got stomped there.
yeah,
It's a lot of card
yeah, it
flipping.
was my fault. I did badly
I
there.
can't believe you. I'm very disappointed.
Oops, I used the wrong deck. Shit, I pressed the wrong button. I'm gonna be.
It's fine.
Can I get out of this?
No, you can't. Just
I
play
guess
it.
not.
The worst thing that happens is you lose and only get some MGP. I got my giant
I
pack
know.
farm out, so I'm good.
Oh, you did? Oh,
I
I
did.
saw someone
I
was,
did.
was writing that, and I
I
was
bought
like,
it
"That's
out.
the amount that Dave
Now I have it.
wants." Oh,
I know I'm the
congratulations!
greatest.
You are the
Um,
greatest.
what was I thinking? Oh, I'm leaving this country.
Oh, do you have a date?
I do. I do have a date. I have a date.
Congratulations.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna be out of the country for a month and a half now.
A month
Uh,
and 6 weeks.
6 weeks. 6 weeks. I'm pretty psyched.
Two of those in food
In
hotel.
food jail, yeah. I've been going through all the food jails very carefully, trying to figure out which food jails are the best
So,
food jails.
food jail is quarantine for those of you who don't understand Dave's
Well, it is,
dialect.
it's kind of
That's
quarantine, but like half of these hotels are like, we'll give you a like a 8 square meter room with no window, and I'm like, no, that's food jail. That's jail. Being locked for 2 weeks in a tiny room with no window is jail.
you're
Uh,
not choosing that hotel,
I'm
I hope.
going
That
to
sounds
try
like a
avoiding that. Yeah,
terrible.
I'm going to try a room
Yeah,
with a window. Hopefully, that's my
yeah.
number one priority is that I have a window. Because I feel like if you're going to be in any room for 4 weeks, like not having a window is going to be really rough. Uh,
Yeah.
and then
I think it's going to be rough anyway, man. I
it
don't think that's going to be as easy as you would hope it would be.
probably will be rough, but at the same time, there's no answer to that. It just
So,
probably will
so
be rough.
did you tell me what date you're leaving?
No, I don't want to. If people on the stream know, they'll
Oh,
come to the airport. They'll stalk me.
all right, okay, fair enough, fair enough. The
Yeah,
paparazzi are
the
crazy these
paparazzi, they're
days.
insane. No, no, I'm gonna be leaving. Yeah, good internet's priority. But I can actually get good internet from a local. Like I can buy a Wi-Fi thing from a local
Mm.
wireless person if I have any internet trouble. So that should be okay. But like, yeah, I'm gonna be leaving on February 16th, and then coming back on April 1st on April Fool's Day. So I'll be back by the time the warm weather starts. So hopefully I'll be reasonably
You'll be
protected
safe.
from virus
Yeah,
type business, which would
that
be
would be good.
nice.
But what are we going to do about the stream then? Did you make a
I don't
decision?
know. I mean, we could try streaming remotely. I'm not gonna have anything else to do for at least 2 of those 6 weeks.
I was about to say, I've got such a list of things for you to do for me
Oh my God.
in jail.
Never mind. I will be incredibly busy in jail. Hashtag working for Gemma. Hashtag stuck in jail. Um, Pretty much,
I
yeah.
am very jealous of you. I expect food parcels, care packages sent
Mm.
to me
Oh
because
yeah. Oh yeah. No,
I will
no.
be in I'll be in the regular lockdown
Oh,
jail,
regular,
not the
just
fun
normal
lockdown
jail, not
jail.
food jail. It's actually really funny. I'm gonna be going to Taiwan because they're the place you can go where there's not COVID, which is great, and they're also the place that I'm allowed to go as of now, so I can get in there and they won't turn me away at the border because there's nothing. The only thing worse than taking a 12 to 16 hour flight is taking a 12 to 16 hour flight and being told by immigration that you are not welcome in this country and get fucked, which would result in an incredibly expensive 12 to 16 hour flight back. That would be the worst. So that's why I'm not going to Japan, because Japan will not let me in.
Oh,
Um,
they've closed their borders
yeah.
entirely
Rightly
again.
so. I'm not mad at them for it, but they definitely would not let me in. If I booked a flight to Japan, it would be a huge mistake.
And
Um,
I was a little cross that they would not allow foreign residents back in. I was like,
really?
you take that, yeah. I was like, you take the taxes, but you won't let the foreigners back in.
That's
Like
a little
that,
shocking
that
to me. That's a
yeah.
little shocking to me.
I thought that. Well,
Yeah.
to any, it's not a surprise. I think anyone who has lived in Japan for any amount of time was not surprised. It's
I
just
get it.
not.
I don't know. I feel like if you, it's one thing. I mean, it's very reasonable to me to say, well, you can't come in as a tourist. Okay, yeah, we get it. Like, it's not funsy
Yeah,
time anymore. But I feel like if you have enough of a visa and enough of a
yeah,
presence to like have a house or like a life or like a job there, you
yes.
might need to go home to your home that you
Hmm.
have been trying to make in this country. And being like, no, sorry, get out of here, is like, that's just mean.
Yeah, I found it quite disturbing, I guess. But again, it's unsurprising.
I think America's not that bad in terms of, I think we'll let people with green cards into, like, I think anyone who has a right to be in
Yeah.
America, we will let in right now. And we don't even bother making you quarantine, so hooray, right?
I mean, the only problem is they say that, but then they cancel the flights. You can
Mm,
get back in if you swim, you know.
well,
Um,
so yeah,
so I
I don't know
mean,
if
but
there's any
that's why
replays
they
for an
have
upload
special
there.
pricing.
There might be, there might not be. I'm not really sure. I don't really have,
There
uh,
are some reach players. I can set you
I
up.
could
They're
find
mostly
someone.
university groups. As I said, they've got some strange laws in Taiwan with regards to mahjong in general.
Hmm.
I think I was talking to your friend actually
Hmm.
about how it's kind of associated with the Kuomintang, the party,
Okay.
the group that came to after the
Yeah.
Cultural Revolution
Well,
in
didn't they
China.
become a political party?
They are a political party now. But yeah, so there's three. Someone should definitely check. Someone who's Taiwanese should definitely check this. But from my understanding, there's three basic groups. There's the native Taiwanese, and they have their own language. There's the mainland Chinese people who came quite a long time ago, and then there's the ones who fled the Chinese Communist Party to Taiwan. Those are the Kuomintang, Chiang Kai-shek, and all of that. And
I saw his tomb.
When I was living there, like one morning, I kid you not, like that was when a different party was in power. But I woke up and they had torn down all of the signs, all of like loads of road signs and stuff like that, because they didn't want to be honoring Chiang Kai-shek anymore. So it wasn't called the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. I think it was like the Democracy something. I forget.
Oh dear.
But yeah, it was a crazy place at the time. I'm not sure what it's like now, but
it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, crazy stuff happened.
I've had a nice time when I've been there.
Yeah, it's great. And but anyway, they've got some negative what do you call it, like impressions of Mahjong, which is not unusual. China's very negative impressions. It's associated with corruption, government corruption, and of course Japan associates it with gangsters. So. It's not a surprise that Taiwan is a bit funny.
No, I love Mahjong. Everyone should like Mahjong. It's fine. It shouldn't worry so much about it.
But yes, I know they've got a university group there, I think. And they are sending people to WRC in Vienna to tap, tap, tap on the wood.
We need one more. Your queue's up to 3 out of 4.
I know, right?
We need one more.
An Arcana, taxing American residents. It's funny, I've had experience of that in the recent weeks, and my god, is America crazy. I decided I had never seen such sheer insanity in a tax system before.
Look, sometimes you just gotta give everyone the old taxi tax.
It's the accidental Americans which really baffle me, that suddenly they are landed with that's the card I need that card. Nice. They're landed with tens of thousands of dollars of do I need that card? I must need that card. Tens of thousands of dollars of fines for tax returns they never submitted because they didn't even realize they were Americans.
Oh dear. Yeah, I feel like there should be some kind of like amnesty where it's like you didn't know what was going on, so it's cool. So now, like, from here on out, please pay your taxes. But like,
no, I don't think anyone who's just because they were born and may have lived in literally America for like 2 days.
Well, they get citizenship though, right?
Yeah, but if they never ask for the citizenship, are they citizens?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
and that's the thing. You can't stop your citizenship without paying the exit tax as well. So even if you're an accidental American,
exit tax.
There's an exit tax in the States. I have learned all of this in the last few weeks. If
weird.
You want to,
look, here's how it should work. Look, as absolutely no one of authority, here's how it should work. Oh, hey, we found out you're American and you didn't realize it, and you haven't been paying taxes. So here's the deal. If you want to claim your citizenship, you can, and now from here on out, you're going to have to pay taxes. If you don't want to, this is your time to say so. You may relinquish the citizenship, and then you don't pay any taxes. Either way, we're not going to screw you over for all that time you didn't realize you were eligible for citizenship and didn't have citizenship and didn't pay taxes, because asking you to pay taxes for years during which you had no ability to receive the benefits of citizenship seems immoral to me. Like, that seems like that should be the path you get to decide upon.
And it was, it got crazier as well, because one of these individuals had been entering the States on their British passport, right? Mm-hmm. Not knowing that they were eligible for American citizenship. And then they were like, oh, you were breaking the law every time you entered America on a British passport, because the law says you have to enter America if you're an American citizen on your American passport.
But that's why they should just post-date it from the day you find out about it. Exactly. That's why it's weird, because it does make sense that it's illegal for me to be an American citizen and then like pretend to be another citizen if I know. But like, if I have no idea and also don't have an American passport to use, because as a person who does not know I'm an American citizen, I feel like it's not going to be, well, I don't know. The only thing that I could see being weird about that is if it somehow in some like weird espionage way like enables people to play some weird game where they go, oh, I never knew, and like do weird underhanded stuff. Maybe I don't know enough about that to know how viable that is. I don't know.
I mean, I think it all comes down from this idea that you are American if you're born on American soil. That's it.
But that was supposed to be, and I hate that this has become a weird negative thing. Like, that was always supposed to be like a good thing. It was always supposed to be the kind of thing where it's like, if you made it to America and you had your kid in America, you're American. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I heard what those are. Those are anchor babies.
As opposed to like this weird, like, no, you're forced to be American now, whether you want to or not. I always thought it was supposed to be more like, look, it's complicated keeping track of everyone who's immigrated here, so like whatever. If you got born here, even if the exact paperwork is lost and you can't doc, it's fine. It's cool. You're in. I always thought that was supposed to be the attitude we were bringing to it, as opposed to this weird, like, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
So, congratulations for finishing your MSQ, Jill.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately ineligible for Germany, even though I was born there. At least I have to go for standard
because Germany doesn't have.
I know there's. I'm going to say these words right. It's sangui. Like they do it by blood.
By blood. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can't, just from being born on German soil, you don't get anything out of that. Except
I'm not sure
what.
Britain's pretty free and easy. If one of your parents is British, that's it. You get to be British. We're not that bothered.
Buy citizens. That's not bad. Invest in.
Dave's like, I can write a check for that.
500,000. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. If I could write a check for 500,000, I would not be on this stream. I would be gone. I'd be like.
Because they did change the law, right? Because when I was living in Germany, I was thinking about applying for a German passport because, why not? And but I didn't, because at the time, the law at the time meant that I would have had to relinquish my British citizenship, and I wasn't prepared to do that. I was like, I'll be a dual citizen, but you couldn't become a dual citizen. You couldn't naturalize to be a German and keep your previous nationality. So I was like, okay, screw that. And then Brexit happened, and now I'm like, regret it every day of my life.
Those numbers don't add up, though, Chilkaiju. Like 500,000 in the bank with only an income stream of 2,000 a month. Like 2,000 a month gross revenue. Let's assume gross, right? 2,000 a month gross is like 24,000 a year, and that's. I'm assuming this is all USD. If it's not USD, then everything is for crap, right? But someone who's making like 25,000 a year probably does not have $500,000 in the bank. So it seems like if those numbers don't. Do we know the island? I'll look it up. Do you know the island?
Dave, we're 30 minutes in, so you might need to think about.
I might need to think about getting
jumping on the Final Fantasy. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't know. As my friend, I misplayed because I wasn't paying attention properly. And my friend has. I think.
So wait, hold on.
I think now if you have an account, so if you're an American citizen and you have an account outside of a foreign account outside of the States that's got more than $10,000 in, and that's not just an account, that could be like a life insurance policy or anything else, then you also have to declare the account. And the fine for not putting that paperwork in is $10,000. I'm like, that's an extreme penalty for something that's actually not that big a deal. And then because of all these reporting requirements, the UK, it's really difficult now in the UK for American citizens to get access to financial institutions, because the financial institutions don't want to be bothered with having to report the information to the United States government, because it costs a lot of money to do that.
So apparently the island is Vanuatu.
Where is it?
It's in, I don't know, actually. I should look it up.
Is it sunnier than Britain? That's obvious.
It is fairly sunny. And basically what you have to do is invest a minimum of $130,000 into a local development fund. And if you do that, you get citizenship. There are 5.
I could go on light. Should I go on light?
Oh, if you want to go on light, that actually might be better.
Let's try that,
might be popping. All right, so we'll quickly check out light. If light doesn't work, I will hop on. So we'll try that first.
Broadcast pause because you entered the scene. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm very curious. So basically, if you basically literally invest into the island, and you can go up to a family of 4, but if you invest into the island, they will give you citizenship, which seems not too crazy.
Wait, how do I change?
There's at the main menu, you choose data center.
Yeah, but I've got to change. Oh, date. Oh, yes. I keep thinking that I can do it. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Light.
Interesting.
Oh yes. So yes, that's good. Let's talk about actual other mahjong things that happen. Mahjong Soul has a new rule set,
A
and
cursed event rule set.
it's basically a Charleston. Like you pass tiles to each other before you play.
Interesting. Interesting.
Um, yeah, and then I was talking to someone, and apparently as well, um, the game doesn't stop when someone wins.
What?
Yeah, I was a bit like, huh. Which I have to be honest, sounds really like British rules because they basically play very similar to that. Yeah, and they're free exactly. British rules play very similar to that in some formats.
3 winners. That's so
Yes.
weird.
I'm not sure. And someone was complaining because, and I said they needed to have turned off Kyushu Kyuhai, the nine terminals and honors. You know, when you do the draw, they need to have turned that off because, of course, what are you going to be handing around to each other constantly but terminals and honors, right?
Right. Yeah. So if you like Kyushu Kyuhai, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Ooh.
right, okay. Hopefully, if the event's on light, there will be people who are now queuing. Let's. Oh, but I'm not in advanced on this server. There you go.
Oh wow, that's like an instant queue.
Right, well, we have to play on light now forever. We just can't play in the advanced ones, that's all.
So apparently
Okay, so
also
there's only one or two value on ROM, but reduced value on Simul. Okay.
interesting. Yeah, so apparently this buy your passport thing does require you to have $500,000 in assets. So it's really more like you need $500,000 in assets, and you also need to be able to invest 130 grand into the island, and then you get a passport. Which, I mean,
That
sounds at
seems
least
affordable. I mean,
coherent.
not for me. Not for me, but it
Well, a lot
does
of very
sound
rich people have done
affordable.
it just to get extra passports. Um,
Right? Like I was about to say, if you owned a house in London, you would already have half a million
Probably.
dollars.
Yeah. Oh, and you can't have lived in certain like conflict countries, and you can't have a criminal record of any sort.
I didn't change the. Oh my God, it doesn't keep my settings.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
the door is for
door is
Doman
the
Mahjong.
south.
Oh, the door is literally south. Oh, you're right.
South, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
okay.
God they tell us here in the window. Is this scene? No, this scene is correct. Okay, good. I thought the scene was still slightly off, but it's right. I think
I
it's
feel
right.
like it looks darker than normal. Am I crazy?
It might be a
Is
little
it
crazy.
darker over in light? Happy New Year, Mahjong Index. Okay, Chill, do you have a fiery article expressing your complaints about Mahjong Soul? No, because I didn't want to be doxxed and hated by. That's the problem. I do still want to be loved. I just have the wrong views to be loved.
It's yeah. I mean, I'm gonna move it down a little bit. That's a little more reasonable. We can see that West is a scary pumpkin.
Mahjong Index has said that he decided he hates Mahjong Soul.
I love
Was it the child brides that turned you off finally, or
Oh, do
was
we
it
have
the
child
cursed rule
brides? Can I
set?
finally marry a child? Is that a thing
Okay,
now?
it's not that bad. I'm sorry. I am misrepresenting what's going on, but they've got the Saki special event going on, guys, and
Mm.
it's also on the European and American servers. If you are interested in Saki and you like that, you can go and play the Saki event on Mahjong Soul. There you go.
Mm.
I've been nice Mahjong Soul. However, they've got lots of artwork where the girls are dressed up quite formally and they've all got little bouquets of flowers that they're holding, and they're not saying that they're child brides, but they look suspiciously like child brides to me. Oh, not in the EU. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's why you hate it, Index. Is that why you hate Mahjong Soul? It's only America? Because that's crazy.
No, it's not. That's just region locking content. It's a kind of censorship we hate to see in
Oh,
video
it's only
games.
licensed in the EU. Okay, in North
Oh,
America.
so for the
Mahjong
Saki
Soul.
stuff, it's only
Hard rule.
licensed.
That does seem quite cruel.
Well, I
You
mean,
can
that's just
VPN to the
intellectual
US.
property rights. I feel like. Oh no! Why would you
Oh,
do that?
it's because of this bloody South.
But you 234 Sanshoku.
Really? Oh, yeah, no. To be honest, I think I'm gonna have to fold this. How do I get rid of this South tile?
You just throw it like that other guy did, like the person across from you did, without
He's
even
too busy
thinking
talking
about
about
it.
Mahjong Soul. See, that's
Yeah.
the problem with Mahjong Soul.
Oh no.
So the playtimes are for the North America,
Oh,
and
one of
that's why
those
you
cat
hate
food
them.
bowl things they've been doing.
Is it? Well, I don't understand. Why is it cat food bowl minor as well? Like, what is the
I
minor?
I don't know what their
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know either. It's
structure
very
is. Ugh.
confusing. Everything's the worst. What have I done?
Oh, but
What have I done, Dave?
well, you could throw form on and pray. I don't know if that's wise.
No, no.
Oh, look, South.
Think-
Well, it's from the player in Reaps. They have no choice. But please
I
don't
did get
want.
the.
Oh, interesting. You could. Oh, I would have thrown the South right now.
Really? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, yeah, I should have done. You're right, but it's okay. I've got it now, and it's very, very safe. It's the safest tile
Yeah,
I've
it's
got.
incredibly safe now.
Oh, there's a major every year and 3 minors. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit
I
of
feel
a
like these
odd
naming
translation.
schemes are just bad. Like it makes it always very confusing as to what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Three
I did
minors a
want to make
year.
that
Oh God.
joke as well, pardon, but let's not. I did get the Kemono Mahjong is on Steam now, so I did get that. I haven't managed to play it yet, actually.
258. Wait, that's pretty good. 3 sec.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
So I need to play. I need to try Kemono Mahjong this week.
I don't know. Please.
I heard it's got a good Kemono Mahjong. So it was on a phone before. It's an independent developer, and it was on your phone previously, and he's now moved it to a. I don't know if it's he actually. They have moved it to a Windows version. And so I don't really like playing Mahjong on my phone flat out. Like the screen's too small. It's really difficult. So I was quite hyped when they said that they were going to put it on Steam. So I went and got it. It's really cheap. It's like $4, I think. Like it's almost no money. But yeah, it's apparently got really good tutorials, good AI. Yeah, everyone here has got good things. You turned off it by furries? Yeah, I mean, are they furries? They're not.
I mean, I'm not
like,
gonna lie. It's in that zone, but it's not particularly in the gross end of that zone. It is anthropomorphic animal characters. Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's
you get a
nothing
lot of
gross
those,
about the
right?
software, frankly. I've looked at it. Yeah, there's nothing like overly sexualized or inappropriate about the software in any way, shape, or form. So
I mean,
like,
you should definitely always worry about that if you're on the internet. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. Like
it's
everything
not
you
crazy
venture
to be
into,
concerned about that kind of thing, but like, it's anthropomorphic animal characters are in the game. Yes, that is true.
yeah. But
I
got
don't find
clothes
it
on, and
particularly offensive.
they don't make passes at you. So
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not. Yeah, for me personally, at least, if it's not like a sexualized context, I'm kind of just like, okay.
Yeah, and to be honest, I prefer that to another bunch of really tripe anime characters, because that would be the other option. Let's face it, it would be the same anime characters over and over again. You know, at least this is different. You know.
I'll take different. Also, someone mentioned a gacha game. No more gacha games, please. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with gacha games existing. I'm so just tired of seeing this. I don't know how to express how like sad and angry it makes me to see people like making their own little support groups for their gacha roles and like all this stuff.
Oh, Zaps reminded me of a con of the software. It does have EMA rules and no WRC rules. No WRC rules in Kimono Mahjong. So if you're watching Mr. Kimono Mahjong, I don't know.
Kimono Mahjong creator human. Probably human.
Yes, probably human. Or an anthropomorphic Mahjong player. Maybe that is you. I don't know.
It's possible.
Yes, you should definitely put WRC rules in.
Well, again, maybe this is just because I do like work on computers for a living, but like I don't know, maybe I should just make my own gacha game that will never reward you with any, like, all of these things with people like they like project so much onto what is a random number generator designed to punish you. And then they're like, I sure hope the random number generator is nice to me today. I'm sure gonna feed money into the random number generator because and it's treated like it's a force of nature, like things have to be this way. They don't. They're only this way because a boardroom full of cash-hungry suits decided this was the best way to juice money out of you. There is no reason you couldn't get all the digital goodies instantly. It's just a bunch of bits that get turned on or off for your account. There's no rarity or value or meaning to any of it. It's not even like a physical diamond that at least there's only one. We can still make those in labs now, but at least there's only one authentic physical. There's one. I can't. But this stuff is just. There's no value to it. Please, please, please. It's baffling to me.
So Dave did find a soapbox.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I'm tired of not yelling about things during these friggin' streams, okay?
Yeah, I'm having worked in the video game industry. Gacha games horrify me. I know how people design them to addict you, and
Yeah.
I've always had this innate fear that getting people addicted to gacha games is it's like, I don't want to say gateway drug, but certainly it's pushing those buttons that people who have addiction issues anyway to keep feeding the money in, and they don't care. Like they're looking for that whale. They're looking for that person who's going to throw $1,000, sometimes more. I mean, $1,000, that would be a small whale. Like people are shoving 5-6 figures sometimes into these games.
That's the other thing. Like,
it's horrifying.
Real gambling, you are gambling for something that is like, or oftentimes at least, is abstractly valuable.
Real gambling is regulated.
Hmm.
You have options to. I mean, obviously we still have massive problems with gambling in our society, but there are ways in which you can exclude yourself and get assistance. And if you are I'm not sure what it's like in America, but at least in the UK, if you are offering gambling services, you actually have a responsibility if you perceive that someone could be problem gambling. So if someone's trying to put lots of money in, they actually have to evidence that they have the kind of income that they can keep throwing money like that at. That's terrifying.
Are we looking at Cheeto here, by the way?
Actually,
do you think you have
we are a little bit.
Because you don't.
I know I don't. I know I thought that initially, but then I realised that I don't. No, and I'm not going to go for Cheeto now.
I don't think now I think it's.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but America, gambling is actually heavily regulated. Well, just in a different way to us. You don't have gambling machines in every pub, for example. So you've got some improvements on us. But
like, imagine
gacha is disturbing.
Imagine going to a casino and going to like a blackjack table where people are throwing hundreds of dollars of chips on the table and telling them, okay, we're changing the rules of this game. Instead of gambling the money to win money, you see how back in the office I have a printer? If you win at the blackjack with all the money, I'm going to print off a picture of a butt and I'm going to give it to you. That's what you get. An item of no value that I can trivially mass produce, that you can't trade for anything or do anything with. I don't know, man. It's a butt. I don't care. I pay some child overseas to draw butt pictures for me. 5 cents a picture, and we have 3 of them now.
Nice,
so we've invested 15 cents in this.
Well, see, and now you're coming to the waifu problem. That's basically why. If you say I will print off a butt, they'll be like, "Is it attached to a cute girl?"
I'll say yes, sure, yeah, whatever you want, man. It's fine.
Exactly, and then you're gonna make shit tons of money, mate.
Yeah, it's my butt.
It's my butt. Make sure you got
a photocopy butt. Photocopying the intern's butt. Now it's a problematic workplace as well, so we're really just ticking all the boxes.
Richard says gripes of Mahjong time. It feels very much like gambling.
Like gambling.
I will make no comment.
I mean, people have different feelings about gambling too, but the thing that I'll say about gambling is at least you're trying to get something of like abstract value. If I get money, the British reaction.
I mean, I
For the record,
I like gambling. I do gamble, but I would not recommend anyone get into gambling if they at any point think that they might have an addictive personality.
Yes, please be careful. Please know your limits. Please, don't.
Yeah, don't. I would say don't start. I'm one of the lucky individuals. I don't have self-control. Self-control is not what I've got, but I don't have an addictive personality. Oh. Does that make sense?
Half. So for the record, no, I did not run the company printers ragged after sitting on the scanner. That's not how you do it. You scan your butt once, and then you print it out, and then you tape it into a loop and run it through the fax machine forever. That's what you do. But yeah, I don't think. No, I feel like the game itself. Everyone likes doing something kind of dumb. Frankly, there's things I like that are kind of dumb. Everyone has a dumb thing that they like. If you're not getting sucked into some kind of addictive nightmare and you're just doing something you like that's kind of dumb, like, all right, I can't really say too much.
No, you should. But I will pick up there though that the game can be played by anyone of any age. So it's very different saying, oh, you're 25-year-old, you can make these decisions yourself. Yes, of course, you can definitely make those decisions yourself. However, this game, Mahjong Soul, and other gacha games can be downloaded by 11-year-old, 12-year-olds. Yeah. And then it's not an appropriate sort of game mechanic for that age group.
I mean, that is one of the problems. Like, if I asked any Vegas casino how many 12-year-olds have gotten into your casino and gambled, they can all enter very definitively 0, never. We don't allow that. But with these games, when you ask them, how many 12-year-olds have spent $1,000 on your gacha, they're like, I don't know, and whatever. We got money. It's fine. And that's where it becomes questionable. Yeah. I feel like you're bailing on everything, Gemma. I want to see you win.
I know. I have folded a lot of these, and I can't remember whether this is a full game or a short game. And I can't see. It's a full game, guys.
Eden raids are all skill, though.
Ah, why can't I? Okay, there you go.
All right. What do we got?
And you know, it's having recently spent a little bit of money on some Final Fantasy 14 flair, I did appreciate not having to roll for it. To be fair, I did have to go through Mog Station, which is rolling with my sanity.
It's rolling with your patience. But I did appreciate the idea that, I want the thing. I bought the thing, and now I have the thing. What a wonderful mode of operation that we forgot. So, for the record, hold on a minute. Before we get too deep into this, I'm going to say Chanta. I like Chanta. I feel like this is a Chanta-y hand.
What am I going to do with that red 5? You're crazy?
Just going to throw it away right now. Send a strong signal to everyone else at the table that you don't give a fuck. You tell them right now, bam, you got to discard that as hard as you can.
No. I got some Christmas decorations for our guild house that Dave did not approve of.
I did not approve of it.
I did buy them laughing, going, Dave will not approve of this.
I have an aggressive fun allergy, and you triggered it a little bit, I have to say. No, this hand is demanding.
This is demanding I fold it. I've got the East on the old ass. I can fold this.
I think it's an interesting way to there's a reach on the table. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Oh, sorry, did you not see? And the red 5 reach as well.
Yeah, the red 5 reach. Yeah, now that's a strong message. At least the 5 is safe. Ooh, but do you want to throw the 5?
Do you know what? This is the moment, and I think I wrote this on my blog and told you last week about how I start pushing hands that are not worth it.
This hand doesn't have the value needed. It's not worth it. It's not worth it against a dealer reach like that. No.
Yeah.
No, let it go. Now the 7-man is a little safer. A little, because the 4 came out.
Yeah, I think the reach, the before the reach is always safer. The reach is not that safe, but I did it anyway. So
yeah, I was gonna say I would have been a little worried about that 2-pin on early reach like that too.
At no point though, with a 1-3-5, with the 5 being the red 5, would you have chosen to throw in the red 5?
Oh, you're right. That's true because I would have thrown the 1 with the 1-3-5 to hold the red 5. So that's true. The red 5 was almost definitely isolated. Okay.
So if it hadn't been a red 5, I think the 2-pin would have been a piss poor choice.
Yeah.
However,
it's exactly the kind of thing you would have yelled at me to never do. It's like, don't trust Suji on the door tile.
But because it's a red 5, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's an interesting way to shake up the game a little bit to be like, it doesn't end when one person wins and you keep going. Like, there's some interest. If it's and there's like a novelty mode, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, right? Just, hey, we're doing something different. Check out the different thing.
So Mahjong Backer says there was a time only if you got 1-2-3 Sanchoku. Yes, a 1-2-3 Sanchoku could have changed that. However, considering the speed at which that Richie happened, I don't think they would have had time to massage a nice Yaku in. I think they got something hard and quick, and they were just like, right, I'm dealer, I'm reaching.
Yeah, they're just probably going for it.
Good call.
So right now, Irene, we're playing on light right now. We jumped over to light.
So normally I'm on Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh. It's the chillest of all the servers.
So normally I'm on Gilgamesh, which is the same data center as Sagatanus, I think.
NA data center.
Yeah.
Now you should throw the red 5. Don't throw the red 5. That is not a good idea.
Why are you saying? I was desperately looking for why that would be a good thing, but I don't have anything safe. Oh, the Green Dragon safe.
That's true. Sim. Yes. I think I played Sim in that tournament. They were pretty good. I remember everyone on light. I remember that being a really good tournament. I played a lot of people who were really good.
Great.
I had a great time.
Good. We're segueing to calling out as well for the next tournament on light.
The next tournament on light, which is going to happen February 18th. Am I right?
No. It's the weekend. It's the weekend of Valentine's Day. So.
Oh, right. It was right before. I'm sorry. 14th. I remembered it was right near when my flight was. So it's going to be February 14th.
Yeah, so Dave may have better things to do, but for the rest of us who will not have wonderful Valentine's Days, I think we should all play that instead.
I will not have. I'm going to have a COVID test. That's not going to be a wonderful Valentine's
I
Day.
know, I was about to say you're gonna have
I
some
mean, look, if
rammed
it,
up
maybe
your nose.
yeah, a doctor jamming a swab up my nose is the closest I can come to love. So please don't judge me for it. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a great
laughing at you. I'm laughing
You can
with
laugh
you.
at me. It's fine. I made the joke.
Yeah, so Rollercade is a tournament. It's a Final Fantasy 14 tournament. They run it on
What's the
Lite.
weight?
So actually, Richi is probably the best one to
7-pin
speak
only
with
weight.
about this. So if you haven't ever had a Final Fantasy account, you can make a free trial account and manage to get yourself up to the level that you need to be to unlock the Gold Saucer, and therefore basically play in the event for free.
It is entirely free. It is great.
Apart from
In fact,
the time it takes you to level up to whatever it is, 15 or something.
I wonder if we might not want to do an event. That would actually be a really interesting event. Maybe we should do this. This is a cool idea. Final Fantasy Level Up Gang. For people who want to get in on it, we could have them all jump on Final Fantasy with their free trial accounts and get everyone together into a group and go through everything you need to do to get yourself to Mahjong World. I already have a fatter cat. Do I need a fat cat also?
Yes, he's got the fatter cat. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if they're talking about the real life couch that they just released.
Oh! I could just get one. Oh, wait, you can't, if you're a free trial account, you can't even join a party? You can't make the party yourself.
Yeah, I think you can join a party. I think you can be
Yeah,
invited.
but I'm a grown boy account. I have an actual account. So yeah, okay, you can join. So we could shepherd them with our real accounts. Yeah. You can't join a free company. That's super true. But yeah, it might be a neat way to encourage people to get onto Light for this tournament and help them make accounts and have some fun faffing around in Final Fantasy.
And you can see how bad I am at anything that is not
Ooh,
a
hold
summoner.
on. I like these tiles.
I know these tiles are starting to
These
look pretty
tiles
hot.
are really coming together. Are we flushing?
No, it's too far, I think.
Is anything ever too far with tiles like that? I probably wouldn't be aggressive. Oh.
I was thinking about 567 Sand Shocker actually, but no.
I probably wouldn't be calling it at this. Oh no, reach with the Dora discard.
If I didn't have that nice shape with was it a 5-6 or 4-5? I can't remember. That was a nice shape. I would have agreed with you, but I've got an Epeko here. I've got a Pimpfu. I've got a Tanyao. I'll reach it. This isn't something I need to push into a flush, I don't think, because a flush is only going to be worth 5 hand, and I've already got Epeko, Pimpfu, Tanya, Richie.
Although the good part of that is that was a 3-6 weight, so what you got is saved from having to deal in, because you probably would have wanted to play that hand.
Well, luckily I was in the position where a 7-pin was probably the one that's going to go out, because I was hoping to get the 5 or the 7 man, right, with the 6 pins being my pair. So, I could have thrown into it. It would not have been crazy that I wouldn't have thrown into it.
Yeah, so probably would have.
So we can.
Yeah,
so they can join link. So you can. So Dave can create a link shell because I don't know how to do link shells.
I think there already is. There's a few link shells, a few Mahjong link shells, right?
Yeah, but if we're going to do our leveling to 15 link shells.
Oh yeah, we should do it. We should do our get to Mahjong link shell. Yeah, we could do it on Light because that means everyone that we help out becomes eligible to play in the tournament. They have a character in the right place. And if they just want to play Mahjong, that's where the Mahjong community is anyway, the strongest Mahjong community. So
I've only got this character here for playing Mahjong. That's why.
Yeah, I also have a character on Light specifically for Mahjong.
And I actually don't play ranked games on here though, unfortunately, which is why I've lagged at novice.
I think they are working. Yeah, they're working on doing stuff at data centers, but I don't know where they're going to get to. Yeah, I was going to say there's already crucial link shells for Mahjong. I feel like if we're going to do it, maybe it would just be for this like newbie gang. But I probably want to try to get them on more of a involved in the community. Like that's the point. Carol, that's not how it works. Everyone is strong in their heart.
Is there wine?
Oh, she never so we can hear her desperate cries for wine. That's the cry of all of England.
Seriously, do you know? I think I told you guys in the first lockdown I didn't drink at all because I was like, adding alcohol to this situation is not gonna bring good outcomes. This time I've gone the other way and I'm like, no, I just need to open the bottle to cope right now.
It is tough times. It is tough
I think
times.
there's no longer the anxiety of, because it's not new anymore, right? Like it's the third one, it's no longer, oh, what's going on, and then watching the TV every day, watching the numbers going up. Now I'm just like, oh God, it's happening again. Just deal with it. Yeah.
What are we gonna do here with this hand?
It's really orcs.
It's super awkward. Ugh. And I have worries about dealing any man tiles at all. I feel like what I want this hand to receive, is either a 3-pin or the red 5-pin.
I would like. That's not what I wanted, really.
Not the worst.
No, but now we've got some pain where I'm like, I really want 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku, but it's not going to happen. It could happen if I got the 3-pin.
Yeah. If you get the 3-pin, you're golden. Otherwise, you're in a weird spot now because you're pairless and peerless. Yeah, it's a little late.
That's another shout out I've got to. You reminded me. Not, obviously you saying that I'm peerless has reminded me that I am doing a. They call it competitive Ricci with Gemma, and competitive is. I was like, wow, that's a kind word to use for me because I would not normally describe my Mahjong styles, particularly competitive. And I'm doing a competitive Ricci seminar with the French Federation of Mahjong. Is it Federation France? I don't know. The FFMJ.
I'm sorry. I'm very excited about your hand.
No, sorry, I'm not enjoying it now. And so that's going to be on the 30th of January, I think. Yes, the 30th of January. And I will share the link as the day comes close. I think they're going to record it and put it on YouTube as well, so you won't have to watch it really on the time. Yes, I will not be available for the stream on that day. I'm afraid, Dave, we'll have to do it another day.
Oh, no. I'll figure something out. Or even I could play Mahjong. It'd be crazy.
Oh my God.
It'd be crazy. I feel like that Saki collab might not have included the dude for a particular reason.
Is there a dude? You're right, there is. Do you know, I watched it a long time ago now, and I do not remember particularly enjoying it. Do you know what really frustrated me, though, was that, like, they spend all their time eating fish tacos. And I'm like, come on, guys. Like, these people I was watching, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is the most obscene sexual innuendo I've ever seen. It's not clever. It's not funny. And they're like, is it an innuendo? I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, really? Oh, God. Like, oh. Like, if your innuendo isn't hitting this intended audience, you've done fucked up. Yeah.
The rumored special guest appearance. Oh, Beyond Thundercage, 2 gerbils enter 1 gerbil. Oh, there's a gerbil guest appearance. I was going to say, like, no one likes
Oh
me.
my God. It's gerbil drama here at the moment. So one of my gerbils tried to jump up and then missed and then broke its leg. So I've got
my God.
And like, it's unfortunately, like, they're so small, there's not really much point taking them to the vet unless they've got like an obvious, like, the bones coming out. They can't really do much for them because they're so small. So at the moment she is recuperating at home with her mother. However, she's now on so many painkillers. I like it that initially they're reticent to take the painkillers from you, but after a couple of doses they're like, yeah, give me more. So I've got a gerbil addicted to painkillers, and then my other 2 gerbils had a massive fight this morning. So
hillbilly elegy gerbils here. What's going on? This is terrifying.
Yeah, it is. But that gerbil that broke her leg, she's quite elderly though as well. So I think she's not quite realised that she can't make the jumps that she used to. It was quite tragic.
This is sad. I'm actually oh.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of gerbil drama here.
I want to get rid of that 9-so. I want that 9-so to go away because then you're in Tanya's town.
I'm already in Tanya's town.
Oh, there we go. Now you got a pair.
But you know what I want? I want them to think.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Well, first of all, I want to be able to take the door in here.
Yeah, but you could if you threw the 9-so there.
I know, but you know what's so good I've realised recently is if you're going for Tanyao, but then you reach on a terminal tile.
See, that's exactly the thing I was worried was going to happen.
Right, but it wouldn't. I would have thrown the 4, and I wouldn't be Tenpai though, would I?
No, you wouldn't be Tenpai.
However, now I'm still closer to Tenpai because if I can be Tenpai on the 7, or the 5, or the 8.
I guess. Yeah.
And also, and then I said, if I reach on the 9 with my Tanya out, everyone will think I'm not going for Tanya.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, I know these
Why would
kids
I
are
think you
strong.
weren't going to Tanya if you reached on the 9?
Yeah,
It
because
means you just
it'll.
eliminated another edge tile from your hand.
Yeah, I know, but I threw the 4 and the 5 first. If I was going for Tanya, why would you do that? I'll take this one now, though.
Because of the Ipeco potential?
Well, because if the 3 or the 6 or the it's the
You're getting
6,
you're
the
getting
3, the 6,
Suanko
8,
potential here too.
the 5, it gives me more. It gives me more outs, basically, doesn't it? It gives me a lot of outs, actually.
But apparently, what, called Toy Toy's too good for you?
It is too good for me. I'm too
Tanya,
good for
Ipeco,
that.
Sanako maybe. Again, Suanko is not entirely out of the question, I don't think. But oh no, it is. The 2s are dead, and now the 8s are dead.
Oh, I'm tempted. No. Let's do it. Just getting
You're just bailing.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not bailing. Okay.
No,
You're holding strong.
Yeah. Do I throw the 6 into this? I feel the 6 is very dangerous for north and west.
Yeah, I'd be a little careful on that at this point. Nothing around there has come out.
No. I know it's safe on dealer, but with my point situation, I need to be worried about west in particular.
Yeah, your point situation is, shall we say, not bueno.
No bueno.
Oh, it's all go. I was a game code. Deal with your manga. That is a weird sentence to be saying, I agree, but oh my god, all your draws are not helping.
West needs to be ballsy, right?
Oh, what's going on here? Do you take Tenpai or not? That's the scary thing.
Let's do it. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Probably not a Roan. Oh, it makes it by. I was going to say, it's probably a potential chi or something, because if it's waiting that long, no one's going to wait that long on a Roan.
That was a perfect prop.
Oh, that's some slightly murky water. It's water with a slight
Exactly.
patina.
Exactly. Patina water.
Patina water. Nice.
You know,
Okay, so
everything in England is ye olde, even our water.
It's the. That's a weird lingual thing, right? The Y in ye is actually that character called a thorn, which is supposed to be the, which means it actually was the.
Yeah. But Americans always say ye olde. I'm never nowhere in the UK.
Your fault where you started translating that character into a Y, and so when we see it, it says ye.
We are only doing it for the American market. We know you kids love that stuff.
How dare you? It's rude.
Dave's gonna QI on us.
Wait, what's QI? What am I doing?
It's a game.
What? I'm confused.
It's a game in the UK. It's a game for smart people. So Zaps is a smart person, so he knows these things.
I am not.
Gemma is from the lower ends of society and did not watch QI.
I didn't watch that many game shows growing up.
I've seen that why though, not just on printing presses, but on monument inscriptions as well. They do it as well.
It's a panel quiz show. Oh, that's cool. We should do that. I remember we had the $25,000 pyramid when I was a kid, and I think it's really funny that nowadays I'm like, $25,000? What a cheap pyramid. It's not an impressive number anymore. Like, when I was a kid, people were like, oh, $25,000, it's awesome. And now I'm like, $25,000, that's really all you got for a pyramid? Like, come on, man.
To be fair, even Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, considering the arsing around you have to do to get your million, I'm like...
Yeah, seriously, it's $1 million. And then you're going to lose half of it to prize tax. So it's like, who wants to be a $500,000 person?
We don't have tax here, so...
What? Supermarket Sweep was the greatest, because Supermarket Sweep... Like, in terms of the money you would win, it was not an amazing show. But what Supermarket Sweep did was, like, that amazing feeling of, like, just being able to run through the supermarket and grab all the stuff. Like, Supermarket Sweep was like...
That was my dream. I wanted to be on Supermarket Sweep. As you said, I was going to grab shit.
I file that under, like, Double Dare, where it's not about, like, winning awesome prizes. It's about, like, the fun of doing it. Like, being in it and doing it must have been really fun. I would bring back a show like that. I think that's a great idea.
It was always funny to me, though, as of like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? For us, it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, £1 million. But they took that and they did it in the States and Europe but it was €1,000,000 and $1,000,000, which is significantly at the time. I know it's
So,
close
yeah,
to now, but at
nowadays
the
it's
time,
about equal.
yeah, like I wonder why that would be. Anyway, like yeah, £1,000,000 at the time was about almost $2,000,000. But you only got like £600,000
Well, you
on
had
your
max
show,
3 of a
and then you
single
had to
item?
pay tax on it, and we don't have to pay tax on
I
prizes.
forget whether we had 5 or 10, but we definitely had a bigger limit than 3 of an item because people go apeshit on the turkeys. It was always the turkeys. They'd just be like, "Give me them turkeys." Filling their cart. It was like an exercise show at that point. They were just like hefting turkeys into the cart.
Why turkeys?
They're expensive,
Oh, really? Huh?
or at least they were at the time. I don't know my supermarket. I have my butler prepare food for me now. I don't know how much things are. But ducks too. You can get ducks. Like any of the big poultry was pretty pricey. And then it was like aspirin and things like that were also very small, like easy price to weight ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And you get as many carts as you want. People go nuts. It was super fun. And like I like shows like that. Those shows are fun to watch. Oh, you discarded the con of 9 so all the 9 so's went to you, and you threw them all away. Maybe 9 pin is a good thing to throw here. Just be done with it.
Yeah, but then I got the Dora. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the 1 man because I don't actually have time. I don't know why I'm pissing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like this hand's not getting anywhere. Although being able to fold down to the 2, 3, 4 doesn't make some sense. But the 2 man's also safe.
Oh, that would have been
reach.
Yeah, that would have been better, as you said, if I'd had more draws. But I didn't.
Yeah. It's hard to.
So this
my
parents.
but now you're the No 10 one. Shit. So now you're dunking down into last place on No 10.
Zaps, he's appearing.
Maybe.
Special guest appearance is being made on our British Mahjong event.
A super highbrow quiz show with a terrible prize. I'm trying to think. What could it be?
So you can have Zaps an opportunity to play Toshi if you come and play Mahjong with us tonight with the British kids.
What is a super highbrow quiz show with a terrible prize?
Pointless. I do quite like Pointless.
Only connect. Oh, there's no prize. Dun dun dun. What were you thinking? Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I'm okay. It's fun to watch. No, how is there no prize? It's just straight up. Are you right? That's a prize. Being right is a prize.
To be honest, isn't that most of the prize you get from conversations? Like I was about to say, surely the conversations in the last 2 years, all I've been worried about is being right. I didn't get any prizes for being right. I was fucking right though. I'm going to tell you that.
How are we going to win this game, Gemma?
I'm not. I just can't.
You could. You got your last deal.
I do have my last deal. So I'm hanging it all on my last deal.
And a Mangan Sumo would really get you into second place, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I make that out of this though.
Oh, not out of this, but I mean as a.
And I would have kept that 2 man if the 7 man hadn't been close to the Dora, and then maybe I would have had 1, 2, 3. But I didn't want to throw a 7 man and lose my chance at a Dora.
I can see that. Although I'm a little nervous by North's behavior, because they're pushing something, and but that's
7,
exactly
8, 9,
what you
7,
want.
8, 9. And Chill says sometimes you get the opposite of prizes for being right. Nah, do you know what? Dying
Even
right
if you
was
call
going
it,
to be
it's
the best
3
prize.
Han. So that actually might be worth calling this hand.
If the 9 comes out, I'm calling for sure. I don't think I can call the 8 pin or the 8 so. Yeah, the 9 man comes out, I'm calling it.
I wonder if you can find a way to get this to Junchan.
Oof, Dave. You ask a lot.
I don't know if it's worth it.
No.
Because you'd have to throw a red 5. Like, I feel like I might trade the 2 pin for a potential Junchan tile if something happens to come through my hand. But otherwise, probably it's not happening.
And now we've got to reach on the table.
Oh, the south is nice for that, but it's better for safe discarding.
It's all gone wrong. Oh. Oh. Bugger. I deserve that. I got greedy.
Oh. That sucks.
That was
That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one, though.
I think I was pushing too hard that one.
I don't know, maybe a little.
But look at the points difference, you know?
Yeah, that's a problem. It's like, how do you do... Like, you can't just spend every hand not doing something, so you're kind of at the point where you have to start trying to do something. It wasn't an insanely terrible... Like, it wasn't like an obvious death tile, like dealing a red or a Dora into it. I'm going to say with the points where they were, you had to try. Because just, like, letting the player below you win second to last hand seems like a bad strategy.
This is where I have to reconsider the entire, you know, what I've been doing, because... Should I have been pushing harder in previous hands before I got to this point?
Possibly. I feel like I don't know. This is me, and so I'm subjective, but I feel like you spent a lot of the earlier hands just being like meh and like throwing them away.
Yeah.
But then never really getting the traction you needed. Like if you had been up a bit or won a hand, that's fine. But you never really. I feel like you never made forward progress. But I could be. I don't know. It's subjective. And there've been a lot of these, which are really. It is very easy and not necessarily wrong to look at it like a second, third discard reach, an early first row reach, and be like, I am not going to fight this. I am going to move on and let someone else be the one to lose points to this.
This time I have to keep going.
If it's a hot, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
You kind of do that. At this point, you have nothing to do but charge ahead. You can't lose any harder than you're losing. So, like...
I've got absolute...
Sorry, again, not saying that in a mean way.
No, but, I've got absolute crud here.
Yeah.
Absolute crud.
But maybe you can spin this crud to gold. Not like that.
So a new version of the fairy tale.
I'm trying to be... Yeah, spin your... It's not a gross hand covered with ickiness. It's got a patina.
Got a patina.
And it's struggling its way to glory.
My high pie has a patina.
Your high pie has a patina.
Doesn't stink as shit. It's a patina.
It's a patina. Oh, this isn't so... We're getting places.
I feel like when you say you're getting places, almost crying, it's...
Yeah, that's what is happening. We're getting somewhere. We're just weeping.
Alpina looks like...
Oh no!
Alpina, as long as Alpina doesn't have the same annoying voice as Alpina, it's fine. Can't stand Alpina. Such a bloody know-it-all as well. Right, okay.
Tough times.
I think that was my first game ranked on this server.
That's a full ranked match, yeah. That was an intense match.
Thank you for the game, guys. Sorry, I can't see my keyboard at the moment, so I can't write. I tidied, which is always error of my ways.
Never clean. Cleaning's stupid. Who even does that?
No, because I was like, if it's just like on the pile of crud, then it's easy to find, right?
Oh yeah. All right, let's join in and see if we can get a queue pop reasonably quickly.
I don't know why I chose this character. Look at her. What are you?
She's an aura, right?
She's a thaumaturge.
A blomaturge. I call them blomaturges.
Thaumaturge.
Oh wow.
Yeah, light's the place to be, right?
Yeah, okay. Let's do this on light from now on. Although maybe next week I'll play this because for evenness. Yeah, Leveilleux. Because they have this weird like thing where many of them are French for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against the French, but it's just a little... I do find it a little weird how much, like, Euro tie-in they made for, like, not necessarily any real reason. They were just like, yeah, sure, they're French. So,
to be fair, they've chosen, like, a westernized high fantasy. They must there be looking at all the lists of characters made by Westerners and wondering why they've all got Japanese names.
That's fair. Oh, goodness, I'm going to kill. What?
I'm playing Akagi himself.
Is this?
Tsumoho Tenho... Akagi, Dojin Sanshoku. Poor Elnis over there.
Yeah, Elnis like, what the hell have I
walked into? Freaks.
Yeah, you might as well just...
We need a word for weebs, but for Mahjong. Because we're not obsessed with Japan. We're obsessed with Mahjong. Like, Mahjong, weirdly obsessed. Like, not healthily obsessed.
Gemma, this hand is mean.
This hand is a half flush.
No.
No.
No, meebs.
Often I disagree with meebs.
You do often disagree. Oh, you never even changed your settings. You should have changed your settings.
Oh, we're here now.
Yeah, it's fine. And we will never draw a Montile again. That's always how it goes with these hands that seem like such strong flush candidates. It's like, okay, great, I'm gonna flush a suit, and then it's like you will never see this suit.
Jongs, yeah.
Jongs.
I guess Mahjong Soul's trying to make Janshi happen, but
I don't think it's gonna happen.
That was a misclick. That was a misclick.
Oh my god, that's what you get for drinking while playing. You're intoxicated.
Big giant Jongs.
Big giant Jongs.
Oh, that tickled me more than it should have done.
Oh, now you're bailing on the flush.
I'm not. I'm just pissing about.
Well, no, never mind. I was wrong because I was thinking your Dora indicator was an indicator, not the Dora.
It's the Dora.
It's the Dora.
Yeah, Mahjong Soul keep trying to make Janshi happen, but
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, Janshi sucks. That's sucky.
You have not drawn a Montile all game.
Although I think my box says Janshi. Yeah, Janshi no Kaze.
Well, there's Dora.
That's not the Dora. The Dora's Sanpin.
It's that thing that would have been the Dora if everything wasn't stupid.
Yeah. But it's not like I would have fared better if I hadn't accidentally misclicked my green dragon.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, see, it's all coming together. It's all part of the grand plan.
Someone might feel free to throw the Dora if they think that, like...
Do you reckon if I say the words trust the plan, we're going to get nerfed off the internet?
Please don't. Please stay away from any of that terminology. It's all the worst. It's all the worst. Oh, I know.
Oh, no. Yes, I shouldn't tease about it because it's pretty awful. Pretty goddamn awful.
People are dead now.
Yeah. It was funny, and now it's not very funny at all.
What are we doing?
Safe.
Yeah, super safe. You have not drawn a single Montile.
I know, right?
All game.
Because you made that happen.
I knew this was going to happen.
It's because you're manifesting it. That's why. If you didn't say these things,
at least the hots didn't come your way.
Yay.
Well, you would have felt real dumb if that happened.
I'm not sure I can throw that too, so. Not with that 4-so discard there, because they could easily had like a 4/4/3.
No, I see it.
Especially the one there, because that's your classic Ura Matagi Suji. So, no, I can't throw the 2 out. Sorry. Sorry, kids. I can probably get away with this one now, though.
Probably. Oh, the door's got... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Everything's
but
the worst
this 2-pin
now.
is probably safe, right? Because we've got a Kabe there. So
on the 4s?
On
the 3s.
Yeah, so the 3s were blocked off. So I thought that maybe I'd get away with the 2, but they weren't. Do you know what my problem was? Because they leave the 3 in the discard.
They leave the image back, so you thought you
saw
So
I glanced over it, and I saw 4.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a Kabe.
But there's actually 3. Yeah, no.
It's a Pong, which is a good indicator.
I thought I saw 4 out there, okay, guys? That's not my fault.
We forgive you.
You don't forgive me.
Never see anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, no Montiles the entire game in what should have been an easy, aggressive flush hand. It's nuts. Nuts, I say.
The nuts? Well, nuts.
It's just nuts. It is fundamentally nuts. Ooh, this is getting places already.
I had to explain to someone once, a non-native speaker of English, why adding the definite article could change something. Because I was like, oh, that's nuts, and that's the nuts. 2 totally opposite meanings.
Opposite or just different? I feel like wildly different. I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever say that's the nuts.
Well, the nut. I guess the nuts probably comes from Pokemon, right? Like, oh, he had the nuts.
Wait, what are the nuts? Is that a poker term? Is it a poker term?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the people I used to play poker used to say he had the really good shit, you know.
No one has said that. That's not a term I've ever heard. I mean, maybe it's real.
Okay. I will bring it to the UK then. If you say that's bollocks and that's the bollocks, the bollocks is really good.
The bollocks.
That's the dog's bollocks.
Yeah, there's that's shit and that's the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a difference between that's nuts and these nuts, but that's a very different.
Oh yeah, these. Yeah. Someone's saying these nuts to you. Back away.
Yeah, these nuts
Don't turn your back on
not
them.
Like what you want to be hearing, but that's nuts is a pretty normal thing for people to say.
I did decide this week that I wanted to try and introduce football terminology to Mahjong because someone was trying to help me connect with people who's played, and they say, I don't know how, like, if they're doing really well and it's not much time left on the clock, then they say you've got to park the bus. I was like, what? Park
What?
the bus? I know. And apparently it's when you put all of the men around the goal, so then the other side can't get a goal in, right?
Oh, so you just straight up are like, okay,
Yeah.
everyone is gonna
And
just block.
the image being that the entire team that would be on the team bus then parks their bus in front of the goal.
Is parked in front of the goal, right? You're just straight up saying like nothing is getting through here.
Yeah. So I want to try and add these phrases which mean nothing and end. Do you know how often I'm sat in a Japanese Mahjong strategy and they start saying baseball terminology and concepts to me? I have no idea of baseball. Like nothing. There's nothing in my head
about
about
that weird. It's a pretty boring game. Where
I know, but if you've never had to play it,
oh my god! If you draw south, this is going to be rough times. Well, it's going to be do or die.
Bollocks. Yeah.
The dogs bollocks. Whose bollocks is it anyway? .com.
Yeah.
We're
so
heading
see, Arcanum likes it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see when you give it a bit of a description, I see what you mean about parking the bus.
I got away with it. This 2-pin I'm afraid of.
I'm afraid of everything right now. Oh, well. Oh no, your picture's too big to see the full hand. I'm going to make you a little... I'm going to move you back a little. There we go.
Can you not make me more squarey?
It's a little tricky to do that without also making you out of proportion. So I'm just going to move... I'm moving it over slightly.
Dave's in a TV from the 90s and I'm on full 2020 widescreen. 2021 even.
Yeah, well, I know because I've done the work to do the trim on mine, and that's like a whole filter you have to put on. And I can do that, but it'll take a little bit of effort. And if I do it wrong, it'll like make you the wrong aspect ratio, and that makes you look really weird or thinner. But
do that.
Just stretch.
Right, yeah. I was like to say, after lockdown, I need to look thinner.
This is also a flush hand possibility.
Well,
a strong flush possibility.
Watch me cock it up. This is better than the last one.
This is better than the last one. I hope you ever draw a pin tile.
Thanks for cursing it for me, mate.
You should have conned the north. Why you get ring fit? Well, why? Don't be dead. It's good to be alive. We encourage life in all of our viewers.
Oh, you got ring fitment. Do you know what? Is that good? Because I was thinking about getting that. I saw it and I was like, yeah. But it's £70.
Why?
Oh, it hurts. Hurts is probably what I need right now.
Why did you do that?
It's not going to be what I need. Oh, look at me. I'm sorry, Dave.
Why? But why?
Because it's not going to happen.
But now you've traded value for no value.
I've got value. I've got something. I can still go for it if I get like an 8 or a 9. The 1 wasn't helping me.
Anything helps. Everything helps. Waste no opportunity.
Nah.
That's what I think.
Nah.
That's what I think.
Because now I'm Ishanten.
I mean, yeah. Put Ishanten on, like, Haku.
Yeah. It's not too bad at this point.
A 1,000 point hand? That doesn't even get
now,
you out of...
now we go that way. Now is the time.
No. Just gonna keep making noises.
Oh, interesting. No, we'll keep strong for Dave. I'll keep strong for you.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't bail out on your... Don't do that. Although the red 5-pin's gone now, so, like... I would maybe consider a change of course for the red 5-mon. If you got the red 5-mon... Oh, it's dead now? Is... Yeah, oh yeah, it's dead. Oh, well...
Oh, they were hoping for the Sanshoku.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's nice. 2 red 5s and they're east.
And dealer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good haul.
Mm-hmm.
A good haul.
I might get it ring fit then.
I've heard good things about ring fit.
Now that I have my wonderful Switch, Dave.
Oh yeah, you have a Switch now.
Now I can have ring fit. So I just have to. Although I feel like there's been a big run on ring fit though in the last week or so.
Yes. Well, it's been unavailable for a long time. People really have been into it.
Yeah.
What is this? This is an interesting hand.
So
and I like those 9 mons actually. I like having them.
Are you thinking? I know you're always thinking Shanta.
I'm not thinking Shanta. I mean, it's possible. I'm thinking it's something that might happen, but it's going to have to happen. Like, you're going to have to just draw all the
Yeah.
right tiles. I
Now
probably
I
wouldn't...
feel less that it's going to happen.
A little bit, yeah. I feel less. I feel 3 similar pongs is not entirely impossible, but might quickly become impossible depending on what we see people throwing. Ooh. 789 Sanshoku is not impossible, but a little tricksy. But not
Yeah.
impossible. If you get the 8 so, I'd feel much more hype about it.
Yeah.
But you need to draw it. You need to not have other people discard it. You need to draw it. Yeah, I only want one hand, and it's fucking disgusting.
Isle Green Planet.
Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Player across is doing something bad,
Yes, they are.
which might
They're
be
doing
the end of your hope for
very
this
bad.
hand.
Yes. But I got these souths, which is safe to whatever shenanigans they're up to over there.
True. I might go for the 9-pin, or the 9-pin, the 9 Sun Shokudoku.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that. I think they're probably doing a man flush though.
It looks like they've aggressively thrown every other suit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, jeez. Ooh.
Sorry, Souths. You look beautiful, but you're going
it's
now.
time. It's time for the Souths to go. We have an opportunity now to make something happen, which isn't going to be amazing, but might be a good shutdown for them.
Yeah. And their 2-mans come out, so we can guess that maybe they are Tenpai or at least Ishanten.
Yeah. This is really tough times though. Because they could still be doing anything. Like, they could, because of all those dragons, they could still be just wonking around to almost any other hand.
I know, but those central tiles from the pin and the Sosuit came out real quick. So this is a risk now that I'm going to make.
I probably want to throw the 9 over the 6, given that it's the same for hand value.
Yeah.
Oh, that means they might have some of those center man tiles, which means they might have to give them up as they get closer to Tenpai.
West has thrown out a 3-man fairly riskily.
Yeah.
I would have said after my reach. So maybe there's some hope. Oh, no, Akagi East is not going to go down easily.
No, they're going to fight it. And they threw a 5. They might be on a similar weight, if not the same weight, which would be a rough time. Now we're going to see another Trion again.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice weight, 6'9".
Yeah.
Reach Ipatsumo Pinfudora. Ugh. Ugh.
That's pain
Big
for
points.
me, but nice hand for them.
Yeah, great hand. Great hand. Big points coming in for the dealer.
What are these draws about at the moment?
Yeah, you're getting a lot of, like, humorously good draws.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm not flushing this because I've got a Dora in 2 Doras in 2 different suits. So chanta then.
So chanta then, yeah, just and might as well just start taking what you can take.
Yeah. Okay. I wish there was something that was the opposite of chanta, like dirty Tanya.
Dirty Tanya. It's a Tanya with a patina. It's not a dirty Tanya. It's a Tanya with a patina. Please.
That's what I call
if
my
you
house.
Get a West. Oh, that's a great draw. If you get a West, you got some optiones, shall we say?
Yeah, if I go to West, I got options.
Which would be pretty classy.
A 5's just come out. If I'm going to throw this 5,
yeah, if you're going to throw the right 5, this might be the time.
And I don't have the balls.
Or the pins.
But I can throw it now, and it looks like I'm playing safe.
Oh, that's
really,
true.
I'm
that's
pushing
true.
for extra
really
value.
Pushing.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yep.
And West is safe as well, actually, which is good.
Yeah, so you have a little bit of safety if you want to dodge, but this hand's got to go. Oh, maybe the West. Yeah, it might be West time. Shoot.
I know, right? This is the opposite of what I wanted to happen.
Yeah, this is not what anyone wanted, but it's also... Oh my god! Where do we go?
We do it. Because it's Mangan, right? Green, south, red, 2 Dora. It's 5 Han.
Oh, it's painful.
This is just the West now. But maybe this is the hand I should have been pushing, like the hands I didn't push in the previous game.
There's nothing else you can do with this hand but push it. I don't... Oh my god. The question now is, do you take the step back from the chun? Wow.
No, because then this
That's
gives me
Hanuman.
Hanuman. Yeah, so this is
Yep.
worth pushing now.
Yep. Jesus.
I know, right?
This is
I would have, and that two
madness.
there, that two, I would have won on that too. So this is why maybe I've cocked this up badly. Hi, bipolar. You did come in at an interesting
Hi,
time.
bipolar. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I see what you're saying. You got value. You got it to Hanuman. But it would have just been
That
Mongon
might be it.
instead.
Oh,
That
city
might...
on the
No.
door.
That's
City on the
actually good
door.
for you because it means there's more chance that the 4 is not the tile they're waiting for. Oh, boy. All right, which means that the 4 is almost definitely not what they want, which
Yeah,
might encourage people to throw it.
so then maybe if I didn't throw that 9 so into the
Oh.
yeah, because if I'd have got another pin like a 4 or a 7 or 5 or an 8, then I could have thrown the 4 man out, right? And I wouldn't have been losing value. I'd still been on Hanuman.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
That's
That's a
tragic.
tough one. I don't know what to think about that.
There's a lot going on. Oh, that's the door.
No, it's a full game, I believe.
Yeah, I don't. Can you see that?
I saw
Full
it.
ranked. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a
full.
full
It's
game.
full. Okay. I'm east.
It's east round in your east, so it's double east. It's probably better to
I've
throw the
got
chunk
this. I've
back
got
there.
this annoying Dora nonsense here, though.
I don't know what else I would have done with that hand though. I feel like I might have thrown the chun, taken the step back, and just gone for the Mongon win with a better weight.
Yeah, but you would
But
have won because I think what is it?
that's
The
I
next
feel like
round, it was a 2 man.
I feel like it's tough to I don't like I don't like thinking about that because in reality I don't know chasing that rabbit of like well it would have in this particular table situation been the right thing like you can do that about anything. I feel like that's not always a productive thing
Mm.
to do. I feel like the question is mostly did I set myself up for the optimal situation? And like I definitely see the value in having Dove
Mm.
for the Haneman.
Mm.
So there's like a lot more value there, but I don't know, I might have taken the win potential of throwing the Chun.
Yeah. Well, I think you're probably right.
It's tough. It's tough to
But I
know.
was I was partly thinking as well, like if the Dora looks more safe, then I can move it into a half flush
Yeah, which you were
and
getting the
maintain the
opportunity to do, yeah.
Hanuman. Yeah, and maintain the Hanuman situation. Um,
I do think that's an important thing to think about is like what were you going to do past that point? Because you're right, but maybe in that moment you throw the Chun, then what? So like
yeah.
thinking 2 or 3 discards down the line is also I think an important thing to do. So I'm curious. I feel like at this point you would call the 3 pin and just you could throw the 2 4 pin and then hope to get on the pair weight on the Dora and hope that it's going to come out because people know.
I'm not doing single. I'm not doing single pair weight Doras again. That I'm thinking more here that this could become a Sanshoku.
Hmm.
Could become a
It could.
Sanshoku.
It could.
But certainly it leaves me in a better weight situation because if 3 pin comes out, I can call it. I can upgrade if I get the 5 pin.
Or getting the 2 or 4 pin gets you Tenpai.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, no, there's a lot of good options in
Oh,
this.
crap.
Uh,
It's all the worst, Dave. It's all the worst.
it is a little bit all the worst. Yeah, maybe throw the 4 pin. You can get into 1 2 3 Sanshoku if everything goes magically.
I feel like that's a stretch now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch. Oh, it is.
If the 3 bamboo comes out, I'm going to call it. And then wait at least on the... Oh, God damn it. You're the worst. What? You're Mahjong, you're the worst.
Oh my god. Twitch is crapifying up your stream. We're back.
You're back.
I'm gonna kick it real quick.
Yeah. I'm Tenpai, by the way. Still.
One, two,
On
three.
one 4-man
On
now.
one format. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Mm. Guess what? I did draw the 2 pin straight
Oh.
after though.
Here we go. It'll kick you back into immediate mode. Okay, there we go. No, it's buffering again. Okay. Oh my god.
Is it on my side? Should I
No,
share
here we
on?
go. I don't think it's you. I think it's just like Twitch having a little bit. Twitch sometimes has some hiccups. There's
Twitch
a
maybe
reach now.
wasn't designed for us to stream it
It should be.
again. It doesn't help me, does it? If I no, and this one's so safe. So.
Yeah, changing to the 1-4 weight doesn't really help.
No. There's only 4 of these tiles left. There's 2 1-man. No, sorry, there's 3. There's 1 1-man and 2 4-man left as well. It's not a great situation, really.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a little rough, and it's like you have to hold the tempi.
Yeah, because I'm dealer and I need this.
Yeah, you can't afford to give up on your deal unless it's like really obviously the worst.
Oh, there's 1 of each. You're right. Sorry, Arcanum. You're quite right. Yes, because I've got a 4-man as well.
Lunasac, thank you for following us, Lunasac. Welcome.
Hey.
And now we know that the 5-7 is safe, so that's kind of nice. 9 pin's already safe. All right, well, at least we're getting some halfway safe draws. Yeah. So that's cool.
Well, that's safe, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but it's safer than the 3-so, right?
4, 4, 4. No, the 3-so is Kabe on the 4-so.
Oops, I let time out.
Well, it's safe.
I was lucky.
It's very safe.
Everyone else is like, relief. It's the 6-so.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
What idiot is that woman?
Yeah, that lady's crazy. Ooh.
Hey.
Last discard?
I'll take that. What are they waiting on?
Nope. It's a draw.
1-4.
1-4. Wow, okay, same weight. That's actually pretty cool.
And they had a Sanshoku. They had a much better hand than I did. They had really cheap Hinfu, Sanshoku, Dora. Oh no, sorry, it's not Dora.
No Dora.
Sorry, I keep missing.
But still, Reach Pinfu Sanshoku is a manga hand. That's a great hand.
Hi, Zardy.
Welcome, Zardy. All right, so you get to keep the deal. Get a few points. All right. Momentum swinging your way. Not bad. Not a bad start. Mm-hmm. At least we didn't draw a weird gotta call this auto flush hand. So.
Yeah, right. Those are the worst.
I always hate hands that are good. Like, it's always frustrating because it's like, all right, now you have to do the thing, and I'm like, what if I want to do something else? And the hand's like, no. No. You're not doing something else.
Maybe that's what Mahjong Weeb should be called, Jeebs. Because, like, Jong and Weebs, Jeebs.
It's not the worst.
No, exactly. It's not the worst. Definitely.
All right, now all you need, your Isha antenna ready.
Yeah, I just need the 8 bamboo.
And 8's, yeah. Or if you get us another Dora, that would be pretty sick too.
No, I got the opposite.
It gets a little tricky, but getting another Dora would be pretty cool. Oh, no one wants that.
You like the gimmicks.
Yeah, Brand. Well, it's more like when you're close to a value hand, it becomes you should play for this valuable hand, and that is a good thing to do.
You say that you like that, but do you not feel like you're a passenger in the car of an insane drunk driver? Because that's what I feel like when it's like, here, we're going to go for a flash. And I'm like, no, it's terrible. Not we're doing it.
Yeah, I never wanted to do this. And they're like, no, we're doing it now. And you're like, oh my God, leave me alone. I did not ask for this. Now, the question is, if you get the 1-4 man, would you reach on the 8-so only?
Well, you're a little bit behind
we got an upgrade.
Yeah, and good shit happened.
Now it's all good. Yeah, now if I got the 1-4 man, I'd reach instantly. Actually, if I got the 4 man, I'd be thrilled because now it's reach pin Fudora. Like, this is all getting to places.
I would call the 4-man.
Just to be ready.
Yeah.
Just to be in Tanya's town, my favorite town. Yeah, that adds your tempi possibilities because now you could pong the 5-pin or the 3-man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would at this point. I'd probably pong a red 5-pin. That's for sure.
I'm pretty much. I mean, we're halfway through now. I'm quite keen to get myself to tempi now.
Yeah. There's no time to waste. You got to hold this deal. You got to keep it going. Let's see what happens. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Nothing good's happening. That's what I hate. You get your hand down to needing a few tiles, and it all grinds to a halt because there's so much less that can happen to you that's actually good for you.
It feels frustrating, right? Because at the first, like you're drawing tiles, and there's so many tiles that push your hand forward. It feels good, and then when you get towards,
well, it all narrows down to like needing a small number of tiles, and then it's just like, do they happen or not?
Yeah.
And that's where it gets.
And you're not getting all the good feedback or the positive hormones from moving forward, and you're just like, oh, why does this always happen to me?
Yeah.
Although I am feeling that this is a personal vindication from Mahjong at me right now.
Yeah, this is really rough. This is really not ideal at all. I don't... Oh my god, can we... Oh my god. Yeah, you should just take it.
Yeah, I just need to be tempo now. It's unfortunate this didn't become a beautiful hand that it should have been.
It does kind of suck, but it's still a valid hand that you can finish out, and like you could get the red 5, so which has not come.
I love the way you're always looking for value. It's adorable.
I mean, you gotta see what your options are, and the fact that you can take in the red 5, so is pretty good.
Yeah, but at this point, someone's probably using it, right?
Quite probably. So it's probably, but it's more like if you draw it.
Yeah.
It's more like if you draw it, you really don't want to be in a position where you're somehow forced to throw it.
No.
So now, if a terrible thing, it's not terrible. If you draw the red 5, it's a great thing, and you're thrilled. And you get last draw.
I was only 10 pie. That's good. That narrows this down.
Oh, everyone's note. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I really got the vibe that people were making things happen, but nobody did. Or they bailed. Ooh. Holy crap.
Yeah, this is actually not that great though, is it? It's really awful.
I see 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku if life goes your way.
Well, I know that would be beautiful, but
look at that.
I've been worn down by Mahjong now. I don't believe it's happening to me anymore.
I see a very strong 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku opportunity here if everything goes your way.
Yes, it didn't.
What? Hold on. You're in the future. Oh no.
I know. How have I managed to end up so far in the future?
Because of Twitch delaying your stream, I think is what's happened. It's gotten slower.
So much hot Mahjong action.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is seriously getting pushed towards Chi-Toy? It's a gross Chi-Toy.
Yeah. Peace to Uncle.
Yeah, just do Suanko. It's just that easy.
It's not the worst hand to do it with now.
No. Ooh. Ugh, I hate that. I don't want to upgrade 5-7 to 7-8 by throwing a red.
Yeah. Can't really throw the 5 or the 7, can I?
Well, there goes your Chi-Toy.
Total.
Tanya. It's not impossible.
At the moment I'm getting good initial starting hands, and then the draws are just grim.
Yeah, I'm seeing that like over and over. Like you start off with something like ooh, and then the game's just like nope. That's all the good tiles you get. We just showed you them all at the beginning, and everything else is just like 1-9, 1-9, 1-9 south, and you're like okay.
Do I call it? No. This is bollocks, not the bollocks. This is just bollocks. Plain, hairy bollocks.
Ew.
Sorry.
Nothing good is happening here. It's super frustrating.
Oh, look, it's Dora. Exactly what I didn't want. There you go.
Well, it's just gotta go, yeah. There's no room for Dora in this hand.
Yeah, so basically if I just ignore the hand, oh god. Yeah, okay, it's time.
Yeah, just get rid of alright, yeah, just do it.
It's back to I really just want to be Tempai, which is a really depressing situation to be in.
What's interesting you threw that not the Tumon. I might have thrown the Tumon.
I'm actually because this is my pair, and then I get 5, 6, 7 Sandshocker still. 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hanyo Dora, so that would still be a Dila Mangan.
That's true. Okay.
So
I
could call the 1 man and risk hoping just for the 7 pin.
I see what you're saying. So the 2 through 3 becomes more valuable to lock in the 5, 6, 7. Oh, the 6 you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't have gotten it if you didn't call, so
yeah,
it's all good.
I'm pretty 10 on the 1 man. I am,
you're 10 on the 1 man. Yeah, you'd have to draw it or call it.
Call it. No one would be like, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah. But you have ways to avoid that if you call other things. So like I feel like you're not in Crapsville.
I'd be okay with pretty 10 at this point. Again, it's back to I've got to be Tenpai.
Yeah.
I might not be Tenpai.
You might not be Tenpai. Like, what's going on? Oh my god. This is all the worst. Come on, someone. Help Gemma out. Get her Tenpai.
Ah, sucks. That's it. Unless someone throws the 3 man or the 7 bamboo.
Oh my god.
That's it.
What are these draws? I feel so bad for you.
I feel bad for me too. Poor 7 pin. 7 pin 6 so.
Jeez. That's just rough. That's just a rough time. I don't know what else I would have done.
I think like me and Arcanum are in sync though in our thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arcanum, obviously. You must play games like I play them.
What is going on here?
Yeah, well,
in the middle of a bunch of options here.
I'm not dealer now, so I feel like there's less pressure. I do have a Dora. I'm not going to call these green dragons though.
I wouldn't call them too quickly. I might call them later. Ooh.
Do you know what I see?
A 2/3/4 Sanchoku.
I do see it.
See, that's not what I was seeing, but it's valid. I think it's fine. If I
got a 3 man, it would be the best. It would literally be the best.
So you know what your hand's saying to instead, though?
Someone else.
Someone? Fuck this.
What's even more fun is that they threw that 2 pin and they kept that 7 bamboo weight. They were like, I don't need to have a full flush hand in my
Oh my god, that is amazing. I mean, again, good for you, Ellis. That was a good hand, good win. No negative towards the person who won, but that was so awful.
More wine.
Yeah, but that's no. You know what it is? That's one of those things where you're sitting there being like, I'm not gonna give up the Tenpai because it's dumb to just give up a Tenpai, but I sure hope I get the full flush. And then you draw and then you're like,
yeah,
that's
but she threw
everyone's
a 2
won that
pin.
hand.
She threw a 2 pin, so
That's
she wasn't
true.
even going for a full flush. Elnis,
I don't know.
tell me how you know what you're going to draw, please.
It is. I feel like that was probably one of those hands though where you draw and you're just like, well, fuck, sumo.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely had those hands. Oh my god. Gemma,
Dave, I'm on your wavelength now.
Again.
I'm thinking Chanta.
And throwing it. Anissa's come out already, so fine. It could be Chanta. Ooh, are we flushing or what? Are we done? Are we done avoiding our destiny called Chanta?
Do you
flush
reckon
hands?
This is not a called Chanta for me because of the 7/8.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Shape. It's too good a shape.
I would have thrown the 1-mon.
No.
The 7/8/9 Sanshoku.
I know. I was thinking that. That's why I paused.
Oh my dear
But then I
Lord.
remembered. But because I'd thrown the 6 pin already, if I drew the 7 pin, I would be in shitstorm.
What is going on here? This is the worst.
I don't play Mahjong. Mahjong plays me.
Oh my god. No, you're Honro To.
Do I go for a flush here?
I don't know.
Do you know what?
I might.
Do you know what? I'm gonna throw the 2 bamboo in case I get something that works with the 5 bamboo. Then I'll throw this.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
I feel like that's a good
That's a good compromise, I think.
A good compromise between our styles.
Because you're probably not going to want to unwind the ones into 1, 2, 3 at this point. It is doubtful. Toy?
You've got to think about it, though, haven't you?
All right,
that would solve a lot of problems right now.
It would solve a lot of problems. A Suanko would solve even more problems. Oh, yes! It is time. It is time for the hottest of garbages.
And she never saw a tile ever again that was useful.
Oh, there was a second.
Arcana, it's calling me a wuss. I feel like this is the least wussy thing someone has done.
This is the least wussy.
No,
that's not true.
This is big bollocks thing to do.
It's a big bollocks thing. It's big bollocks energy.
I'll go for the toy.
They said that before you did it. Oh,
I'm
no! You're doing it?
I'm 30-10. Yeah. Oh, this is proper play. Yeah, I'm not sure the 30-10 makes it proper play. This makes it very, very silly. Okay. Arcana was calling me a wuss before I did the cool thing to do, the cool kids thing to do.
This is the worst.
It's literally the worst. If I draw it, because I have to have San Uncle, right? I have to have San Uncle, has to be Toy, and I have the South.
You will be the truest of heroes if you draw it, but you're not me. Like, that is my move. This is my move. Yeah, pretty tense to lock in San Uncle. A strategic choice.
It was a strategy. It was a strategy move. This is why I think Mahjong players would make the best politicians, because they're very good at trying to convince people that their terrible errors were actually all intended, and I'm going to throw this 4-pin, and it's very dangerous.
Oh, I don't like it.
It's actually a bucket wine play.
Got away with it.
I did get away with it.
How in the world?
Oh my god! You're in the past. You're in the past, I'm sorry. It's only Mangan. It's only
you know
Mangan.
what, Gemma?
I feel like I should have got like an extra hand just for being an idiot.
I am beaming with pride because I feel like I have like passed something on to someone else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for what you've done.
This gift I've given to Mahjong. Let the wine control you.
I'm so proud of you for this. This is the most beautiful thing. I bring a tear to my eye.
I'm really glad I could enjoy this with all of you guys because, you know, if I'd have done that on my own, I'd just been a screeching lunatic in my house.
But now you're a screeching
lunatic with the internet.
Being live streamed.
which is what I've learned this decade really should be about.
Mm-hmm. Epico was an option again. Oh my god. That was nuts.
It was terrible.
Sometimes you got to do something a little crazy to just shake the value out of the wall. r/Tempai bets.
Oh, we're on a Cheetoy now, though, kids.
Yeah, this looks like Cheetoy Town.
In which case, I'm gonna throw this
4-pin.
4-pin.
Are you gonna keep an edge tile?
Yeah, I'm gonna slightly push and also then it works with the 7 bamboo, and I could think about having that Epico instead. But I don't have any pinfu weights in the current situation.
The only concern is that Dora, but
yeah, but if I get the 5-pin, I can still use it with the 7-pin. It's not.
You can still integrate it. You can still integrate it. Yeah. It's not totally dead. It's not the worst.
I do wonder whether I should have thrown the 4-man though and kept the white dragon as a potential. Towards the edge. Just accept that I'm going Cheetoy.
Yeah. Have you gotten your Saki summon? 32 minutes feel like we think. 32. Ooh. Now we're in Weirdsville.
He's such a beauty.
Oh, hey, Alabas. Yeah, we're in a weird spot now where we have the same thing going on.
I wonder if I can get Sananko again.
Good.
Do it again. I've got to make myself 30-10 first. So where am I going to do that?
That's true. We got to recreate your epic win.
Does that help me? I'm
Maybe.
not gonna do that, you know.
It could have helped you if you had 3-3-4-5-5 and really wanted Pinfu. But I think that's the only point where that would have helped you, and I don't think a called Toy Toy is your destiny at this juncture.
It's the last two.
At least that's my feeling. I want to. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm here. Actually, wait, no, I am. I'm here to at least tell you what I think you should do. So I'm going to say I don't think called Toy Toy is your destiny at this juncture. I'm going to be respectful.
But I don't have that many tiles left, so I want to do something. Got it quickly. That just came out. I can throw the 6-pin safe if I want to keep the dreams alive.
Yeah, if you want to keep the dreams alive. It's a rough sitch.
But instead, what I did was I drew the Dora. Screwed everything up. So now.
Oh, but.
Now I've got real problems. Do you know what? I'm just going to throw these because they're safe. Because I was thinking maybe I could put this into a Cheetoy situation still, but probably if I do want to win it, I'm going to have to call a Tanya out, and that's a little extreme in this situation, I think.
Yeah, this just sucks all over the place. This is no good.
All of us still got Nodoka, but wanted Teru. Sorry. Well, it's even more tragic because I know what you're talking about now. I can even see that little thing.
Oh, someone else has a Cheetoy.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice Cheetoy. I like Cheetoy. Hey, that's kind of good for you because it takes everyone below you. I mean, it pulls first place further away, which is not so good. But third and fourth are now pulled down a little bit. Gives you a little more breathing room. They can't just like jump on it and win like a one-on hand.
They're quite close though, third and fourth.
Yeah. You got to think about it. It's the last two, man. Ugh, God, Mahjong. Why is it a game?
Such a ridiculous game. Do you know what I feel like in the future archaeologists are going to be like, they're going to try and recreate the rules of Mahjong, but it's going to be a bit like Quidditch, and then they're going to be like, why would anyone play this game?
Yeah, like what was the logic behind designing the game this way? I played a game last night, a board game last night, where there were some things in it that actually were really good, and then some things in it I was just like, I don't know why you did that.
I think the problem though with board games now is that they've all got to stand out. So they all got to have a gimmick, right? Were they gimmicky things? Were they making themselves stand out from other similar board games?
No, it was just there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. I'm talking about board games now for a while. There's a lot of things weird about board games now. It's because it's become a bigger industry because many people are involved in the hobby now, and so there's a much broader range of people to appeal to, and that means that things, it's like any medium. When it goes from being a niche hobby to being a bigger hobby, there are more people to appeal to. There are people who have different tastes. There are people who have, frankly, like simpler tastes sometimes. And so you start seeing things that you might not have seen be made in the past.
Right.
So, like, there's that, which happens. I mean, there's been a big swing over the past few years in basically licensed games. Where it's like, oh, we got the and we got the license for Property X, so we're going to make a game about Property X. And is that game good? The answer has been, I'd say, sometimes.
That's like video games, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there have actually been some good licensed games that I've played. And there have been other games that I thought were just, oh, you got the license for that, didn't you? So, like, it depends. It depends. But it does mean you have to be a little more careful. And it is, I think that's one of the, oh, dear.
Suji on the 5-pin. But
Okay.
Has the board game scene had a witch hunt yet? Have you tried to hunt out the casual board gamers and pillory them? Well, that's a hand.
Sumo. Jeez. With 3 Dora, so hey.
I feel like Akagi, as Mega Goat pointed out, is drawing our blood.
Possibly, yes.
I feel like Akagi might win this now.
It seems likely that Akagi will win this. You never know in Mahjong. But is that true? If you won a direct Yakuman hit on Akagi, that would bring them down to 29, and you definitely... Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry, a direct Yakuman hit.
I'm sorry, let's just have a pause, because there is a reach on the table. None of my tiles are safe.
South, I guess.
Well, I'm double south though, so there's no difference between the 9-pin and the south really. Although if I let time out, then I don't have to make a decision at all.
No, I wouldn't do that. You did. There is a difference between the 9-pin and the south. The 9-pin can be weighted 4 more ways.
Yeah, it can be, but I mean, it's really just a crapshoot at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, I do agree that it's kind of a crapshoot. There's nothing to do but shoot crap.
So Bipolar says, anytime there's a weird rule in a game, I try to imagine it being used in a massive drama in a movie that's entertaining.
See, I don't know. I feel like there probably have been people who've been very witch hunty about getting the new people. I think that's a dumb attitude to have. I think it's.
See, I did hear some muttering that someone who I know has been into board games for a long, long time. You know, I fully admit I'm only a casual board gamer. I have a few, but I mostly play them when someone who is more into board games makes me play them. Anyway, so they were complaining that there were too many couples playing board games now, and that they were destroying the scene. And I was like, oh,
what?
This is I love dramas from communities I'm not really involved in.
Is that a drama? Is that a thing? I haven't heard people complaining about this, but I'm curious. How is it destroying the scene? I'm curious what they think about it. I have some hot thoughts about that a little bit, but what do you think makes it?
Well, because they always want to play in pairs, so they always come and then they change the dynamics or something, and like I don't know. It seemed, because I don't quite get it, but they seemed to think that it was changing the dynamics of who was coming and who was hosting board game sessions.
Maybe. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this about couples playing board games.
Mm-hmm.
It is super annoying if you are playing a board game with a couple and that couple has decided that what they actually are is a team in the board game.
Maybe that's
if you're playing a game this is not something that everybody does by any means. I'm not trying to say every couple does this, but I've definitely encountered some couples that do, where it's like, oh, it's a 5-player board game. There's me and you and those two people who are teaming up.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially in a scenario where you're, I'm not sure what to call this, like a semi-friend scenario, like a meetup or a group of people where you're not actually really good friends with them. It is really friggin' frustrating to sit down for a 2 or 3 hour game and be like, oh, I lose because those two people are just cooperating. This is not something every couple does by any means. This is not something that just happens because a couple's there. I'm not saying that.
I felt like the gist was more that, you know, they were used to it being like not a loners game, but like people who were using it as their social thing, right? And it's true, when your social thing, when you become the only single person and everyone else is in a couple, it's a depressing situation sometimes to be in. I've been in that situation. I've sat in those dinner parties and like it's just couple, and then they're all looking at me and I'm like, oh god, yes, here I am on my own.
I don't know, maybe I'm more forgiving of people, which is so not true.
It's
but
not true. It's like the opposite.
I've never felt that's not true. There's definitely been a couple of times. There've definitely been some times. Oh my god, that's 3 Aka. Oh my god. Why is Akagi Shigeru ending the game by getting all the points?
Sorry, Bipolar says, if I feel I was in a relationship playing a game with them, I would do everything in my power to destroy them. That is a relationship, Bipolar. You've got it right there.
It is a relationship. I definitely once had a couple of married friends play a game with me that almost got them a divorce. Like they were so angry at each other over the actions they took against each other in that game. That was an insane thing. And to be fair, I've played board games with plenty of couples who just play board games and they enjoy playing board games together, and it's fun.
And maybe it's a difference between those people who played board games before they became a couple, and those people who are getting into board games to prop up their relationship, because that's definitely a thing as well.
I think, well, it can be in the sense that I think sometimes people, again, I'm going to be a little more forgiving. Sometimes people try to do something together as part of a way to like build their relationship, right? And sometimes that is propping it up, and sometimes it's just we want to do something together to have a better relationship. So like, again, I think saying that couples are ruining the board game scene is crazy. I think it is possible for a particular couple to be someone, just like it's possible for a particular individual to be someone I just don't really want to play with because they don't behave very nicely.
Well, I noted it in my little book as, you know, looking forward to when that shit hits the fan. You know, I'll enjoy the drama from that community from afar. I'm looking forward to it.
I feel like most of the time what people end up doing when they get into that doom mode of like, all these new people are ruining the community is they're not realizing that they have to undergo a perspective shift.
Mm.
Like once upon a time when I started playing board games, I could and did almost just buy and play every board game. It's a new board game. I'll probably like it, and it's probably good. It's probably been play tested for several years. It's probably been well thought out. I'm going to bring this home and do it. Nowadays, I do not want to buy and play every new board game. First of all, there's a bazillion of them. It would just be an endeavor to even attempt to do that. Second of all, the field has broadened. Many board games aren't really that great. They haven't been well play tested. They're licensed games meaning to rip off the license. They're Kickstarter games meaning to get people hyped about minis with no actual gameplay. There's a lot of reasons that many games might not be that great. However, the number of good games that comes out per year is right now still far higher than it was when the scene was small.
Yeah.
It's just the ratio is wildly different. And now instead of saying a new game, I should buy it, I say a new game. I should find out a little bit about it and find out if it's something I want. But people are still making the kind of things that I like. There are still games out there that I enjoy playing. Things haven't gotten worse in terms of like the amount of stuff that's being produced that I want. It's just that the ratio is different and the people are different. And okay, you get used to it. I mean, it's probably like books. Back when books were first being written, probably people were like, a new book. I'm going to buy that book because I love reading books. Now, do I want to read every book on the shelf? No, a lot of them are stupid and boring and not interesting, but there are still plenty of good books being written.
But dude, there was a lot of drama where books came out with people like writing or like, you know, saying how how it was going to destroy our memories.
Oh yeah. Why do we need to remember anything? It's in this book.
Yeah, so there's
my
always
poor
a drama.
child coming up to me like, Daddy, what's my name? And I'm like, I wrote it down, and now I didn't need to care anymore, so I forgot.
No, I love dramas. I think there's a Reddit actually that says, you know, can you give us your very specific drama in your very niche group? And I love reading that Reddit. Those dramas are amazing.
People who are very into that kind of thing. Yeah, it's. But no, I don't fundamentally think that couples are important. I feel like if there's anything that I find has been not damaging, but that's changed the board game scene in the way I think it's for the worse. It has been a little bit of Kickstarter, the proliferation of Kickstarter games where people will be like, here's a game, check out the minis, buy it, and like people will dogpile on that game. It'll make $1 bazillion, and it'll come out. And what you find happens with games like that is that they come out, and everyone who spent $500 on it reviews it as a 10. So it rockets to the top of the reviews, and then within like a month, no one ever speaks about it again. It's gone. It's a little bit like video games are now too. Like the hyped release comes out, like new game, and then it's just gone. No one cares. And they're all on to be hyped about the next thing. Well, like some of the games that I own, I've had and played for years.
Yeah.
Because it's just good. It's worth playing good. I mean, again, is this something to be angry about? No, people can buy what they want. You want to pay on Kickstarter for a game? You want to be hyped about buying the thing? Oh yeah, you get a bunch of stuff. You get a bunch of free Final Fantasy stuff. It's super
Why
cool.
have I got these
just
things?
For being subscribed. Oh, because I think every character is entitled to all of your stuff. So when you make a new character, you get mails with all of your entitlement stuff that you've got for all the stuff that you've earned, and I think you have to like kick it to make it send you all the mails because there's more mails than it fits in the backlog.
Oh my god, okay.
Among Us and Fall Guys. Fall Guys fell off really hard. Among Us is still pretty popular. I've come to have more of an appreciation for Fall Guys as they've put more challenging things in it because the first run was kind of boring, but Among Us I find to be insufferably dull. I will not play Among Us with you. I'm sorry. It's just boring.
I like Among Us. I'm really bad at it. Like,
how can you be bad at a game that doesn't require any skill? All you have to do is yell at people that they're suspicious or not.
No, we've got some really good players, and yeah, I thought I was an okay liar. It turns out I am not a good liar. Really not. Like some of them, they are really. I'm scared actually. Scared a lot. I thought these were nice people, and I've had to readjust everything.
No one's nice people.
No, what's the other thing? I'm playing Jackbox. That's been quite fun.
Jackbox is fun. Jackbox, actually, the new Jackbox is pretty darn good. I actually rather like it.
Yeah.
I had not liked previous Jackboxes that much, but the new one I think is super great.
I mean, I just do what I'm told, but I've enjoyed Among Us. I disagree with you. I think Among Us are quite good fun.
I don't know. I prefer my trader games to have more meat to them, to have more mechanics and more things that like you can use to actually prove what people might be doing. I don't know, I'm big on. I like crunchier games with more mechanics and stuff going on.
Well, it's more a tool to hang out with people, isn't it, rather than.
Oh, I don't care about that. Okay,
fair enough, Dave.
That's true. That's actually one of the things that I generally don't like doing. Is that's why I don't go to like board game groups and meetups. Really, I'm interested in playing the game. I'm not so interested in like meeting random people. I know enough people. I'm fine. I'm good. So like a lot of the social aspects, I'm kind of like meh. And then also a lot of people like games that I think are boring. Or not well.
Change my. Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, change your settings. Change it now. Before we sign off for the day,
now.
gotta change your settings.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh God, is it character? Oh. Is it
Characters. Emails.
Like, because every settings is in a slightly different position, and none of it makes any sense why it would be where it is. I don't know.
It makes perfect sense.
No,
if you are the person who made the menu.
Yeah, exactly. They're horrifying.
It makes perfect sense to them.
menu is horrifying. That's quite nice. Maybe we should get that for our house.
We should. All right. So what we've decided though is we should do this FF14 newbie Mahjong lemming run. So let's figure out a time. We're planning for a time. We'll advertise it a little bit so people can get psyched and hyped and ready.
And tomorrow, are you running your League games?
No, not tomorrow. League was actually last week, but everyone was gone. So the week after tomorrow, the week after tomorrow is League.
Okay.
We're getting back to business in the new year. It's been a busy new year. It's been a little crazy. So
yeah. And you will have a new president by then as well. Congratulations.
What? Wait, what?
You have a new president by then.
Oh
as well.
yes, that'll be great.
Congratulations.
I'm very excited about the insurrections that we're going to be seeing over the next.
You're not going to. No.
Probably not, to be honest.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Here's hoping.
They've had their fun.
Here's hoping life only. There's a place. There's always a place for advertisements.
I feel like I can. I feel like I don't want life to necessarily be better. I just would like it to be a bit calmer now. Just a little slower, you know. Not to have everything boom, 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 boom. Just nice and slow now.
Just a few less booms.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next week. And we'll advertise these things and we'll talk about them because they're not going to happen next. It's not going to happen next week. It's going to take a week or two for us to get it organized. So don't worry that you're going to miss something. But thank you all, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, baby.
Bye for now.
Oh, is my nose?